Comedy.
Y bienvenidos una vez más a the Manolo Pod. For our friends in English, I'll tell you once more, welcome to the Manolo Podcast number 21, número 21 ya. Y se me antoja hablar un poquito más en Dutch, porque el día de hoy tenemos algo muy especial, un invitado internacional, papá. Invitado internacional, carnal. Sí. Dutch, la única palabra que yo me sé en Dutch era... Ahorita me la van a decir, es cuando viene el verano, que ya se nos acaba, que las muchachas salen en falditas, papá. Tú me vas a desmentir, esto es algo real. Estamos con nada más y nada menos que Santiago Prieto, MMA Fighter profesional. ¿Cómo estás, padre?
Bien.
Y una vez más, hoy te diste la vuelta al mundo, carnal. Sí. Y nos trajimos a nada más y nada menos que a nuestro compadre. Please introduce yourself.
Hola, me llamo Víctor Kuiks, soy de Holanda, de Países Bajos, y estoy aquí con mis compas haciendo un podcast.
Now, can you do it in Dutch, please?
In holandés?
Yes.
Oh, okay. But you're not gonna understand anything.
I will. Nah. I'll understand what I want. No, dat is cierto.
Hallo allemaal, ik ben Victor Kuiks, ik kom uit Nederland en ik ga je een podcast doen met mijn matties.
There you go, my friend. Oh, shit. Well, thanks for being here, Victor. Thanks for being here. We were talking about, is it common that Victor spelled with a C? I've always thought like in Europe it would be with a K, but yeah, no.
Could be. But you know, where I'm from, the Netherlands is a very multicultural country.
Oh, okay.
It's like a lot of people from all over the place, especially Amsterdam. It's not that big a city, but it's like London or New York, you know, but just smaller.
Oh, okay.
So it's got like
metropolitan. Right?
Yeah. So, you know, there's Colombians living there, there's Mexicans living there, you know.
Oh, really? Is there a lot of Mexicans?
Nah, it's not like a community, but there's like Mexican restaurants with some Mexicans working in there.
And how's the Mexican food there compared to here?
It's different, but you know.
Which one do you like best? Honestly, you're probably more accustomed to the Dutch Mexican food, or no?
Man, I don't know, man. I love Mexican food. It's just that, you know, it's not as available in the Netherlands as it is over here.
Yeah. How long you been here?
In Tijuana?
Yeah.
Tengo como 8 meses desde febrero. Since February I've been here. Yeah.
Straight from Holland?
No, yeah, I went from Holland. I flew to Ciudad de Mexico. After I went to Tulum in Yucatan.
Okay.
Because
fighting.
Nah, man, it's just
chilling.
Just chilling, and then I went to Oaxaca, Puerto Escondido.
Oh well.
And over there, you know.
But what? Just traveling the world, or what?
The reason I came to Mexico was in the first place because my country was locked up.
Like, really, from COVID?
Yeah, for the COVID stuff. So I always get a bit obsessed when we talk about this subject, you know. Yeah. So I'm gonna try and restrain myself. No, but
has de estar un poco en contra de las reglas que puso el país, ¿o qué?
Sí, mucho.
Yo también.
Sí.
¿En Colombia te refieres?
Sí. O en general lo que han hecho con COVID.
Ya.
Sí. Australia ahorita está.
¿Otra vez está lockdown Australia?
Hasta donde tenía entendido estuvo feo, parce.
God damn.
Ya en Holanda no, pero en el tiempo que fui a México, que estaba porque Holanda estaba todo cerrada, como en lockdown, y yo no pude trabajar, no pude entrenar, los gimnasios estaban cerrados, las tiendas, y si no puedes mostrar tu código QR de tu
vacuna,
de pinche vacuna, no pude entrar en ningún lugar público. Entonces yo no pude entrar en ningún lugar, solamente la farmacia y el supermercado.
Government controlling you.
Qué raro. Yo pensé que eran más light allá el government, que no era tan strict. Is it really strict?
Yeah, super strict, bro.
They have a King's Day. King's Day, right? It's for the king. You guys still have a king, or what does that mean?
Yes, we do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yo no sabía eso.
Yo tampoco.
And he's the top dog. But the thing is, you know, what's the biggest trick of the devil?
Que no hacer creer que no existe.
Yeah, right.
Make believe he doesn't exist.
Eso es que pasa con el rey holandés. Que
el mundo no sabe.
Sí.
Yo no sabía.
Yeah. Because he makes everyone think he's very on the low. You know, he's hanging low, like, and nobody knows that they're the real motherfuckers in power. But I don't know. There's some. They're probably some reptilian motherfuckers, you know, in charge. But
hell yeah.
You know, but the government, in my opinion, in most countries are just Muppets, man. It's just a puppet show. You know what I mean?
O sea, yeah, I do. So you guys have a king. It's sort of like England.
Yeah.
Well, you're right next to England, actually, right?
It's
just crossing the.
It's the same thing. It's the same.
You have a minister, you have a king, but you have no queen. It's just a king.
It's just the king,
and he's married, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But the queen or his wife does not have a like a title.
Well, it's for some reason like don't pin me down on it, but you're just the king, and your wife goes by the name of I think it's Princess, but because
isn't that fucking interesting? Dude?
Yeah, because like if you're the king, that means the king. There can only be one king or a queen. So I guess we're very progressive, It's,
shit. So, well, long live the king, I guess.
Yeah, and he's a top dog, and a lot of people in the Netherlands don't know this, but it doesn't matter. Like he's above the law, so he can do anything he likes.
Does he make laws and stuff or no? Pretty sure, right? I mean, we don't know,
sure
but
I'm pretty sure. Like he's the owner of the country. It's that simple. He's the guy with most property, with most money. He's top dog, and then he has the politicians, and we have this illusion that if we vote on the politicians, we have any sort of effect. But reality is, king. It's a king's castle,
That's so interesting to me.
Yeah.
¿Qué día es King's Day?
No sé, hoy como.
What the fuck? ¿Cómo?
Algo en abril, como 20 y algo en abril.
Ya. Pues recuerden que gracias por venir a Manolo Paz, porque aquí siempre aprenden algo nuevo. Siempre aprendemos algo nuevo, ¿verdad, Santi? A ver, algo está pasando aquí. Ok, vayan haciendo sus apuestas. ¿A quién les van y por qué?
TJ.
¿Tú, TJ y quién más?
TJ y el brasileño, el Oliveira.
TJ, esto no sale en la pantalla porque pues, si no nos bajan el video, ¿no? Aparte de que probably gets... Aparte de que probably... Porque tiene un pinche big old strong. No.
She looks good though, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, a ver. Okay. A ver, aquí. Pum. Ok, ¿y tú, Víctor, a quién le vas?
Bueno, la primera cosa que quiero decir es que yo pienso que Jan ganó, pero
sí.
se robaron.
Sí.
Y ahora hay dos peleas más. Aljamain Sterling versus TJ Dillashaw.
Ajá.
Yo creo que TJ Dillashaw va a ganar porque su lucha está mejor que...
¿Oh, sí?
O sea, no creo que sea tan fácil tumbar a TJ. O sea, no creo que ni sea tan fácil de ni de tumbarlo ni de controlarlo.
¿Y cómo piensas que gane TJ?
Y le puede pegar arriba o lo puede...
Yo creo que su striking es mejor y su lucha es mejor.
Okay, yo pienso eso. Yo también le voy a... Yo le voy a Aljamain.
Sí.
Yo le voy a Aljamain.
Su jiu-jitsu es mejor que el de...
Porque yo pienso que su jiu-jitsu es mejor. Yo pienso que este vato se va a confiar de... Este vato y lo va a querer noquear, creo yo. Dillashaw va a querer noquearlo y I think he can do it.
Sí.
Pero yo pienso que Aljamain va a estar taking that dive until he gets that back. I'm thinking he's taking that back.
I think what's also a big difference is that TJ's got that knockout power.
Exactly.
He's put people to sleep, or at least he's rattled people. And I haven't seen AJ fought anyone who's got that power.
Maybe Jan.
Jan doesn't have clean knockout power.
True.
He just wears you down.
True.
Yeah.
True. And we forget Aljamain Sterling got knocked the fuck out by what was his name? Brazilian guy? Bald head?
Oh yeah. Brandao?
No. This good who was
now it's in PFL.
who was peaking. He was fucking peaking, and I don't know what the fuck happened. He was good.
Yeah.
Moraes. Yeah. He got knocked the fuck out. Remember doing the dab and shit?
Yeah, he was like he went for like a leg lock, and then he just met a knee.
Met a knee.
It's an interesting matchup.
Okay.
And for the main event, ojalá que Oliveira va a ganar, güey.
Oliveira, ok, ¿tú?
Yo sí, Oliveira.
Y todos le vamos a Oliveira. Entonces aquí la única diferencia soy yo con Aljamain y ustedes. So we're gonna keep it the same. Although if you guys win, you gotta split it. You know?
That's fair.
But if I win, you fuck, yo.
The ones that actually are not aware what's going on. Like,
exactly.
We just put on like $100 in here. Well, Manolo just put like $100 in here.
No, los sponsors.
Okay, the sponsors.
Thank you, King. Okay.
We put a handle here, and now we're just picking up fights, and whoever that gets them just gets the deal. Para los que no saben, Manolo puso $100 acá y estamos a ver quién le va. Todos se van en esta pelea.
Ajá, entonces Santi y Víctor le están yendo a TJ Dillashaw y a Oliveira para ganar el cinto, porque oficialmente no es el campeón, ¿no? Oliveira. Entonces yo le voy a Aljamain. I think he's so underrated por su lack of charisma, and he's so charismatic. I don't know why he... Right? Have you guys seen that, or you think I'm talking out of my ass?
No. You're totally right. But I'm gonna tell you, he grew on me. Like AJ, Aljamain, sorry, he grew on me, man. Like, because he took a lot of shit from that fight against Jan when he took the illegal knee. Yeah. Man, everybody just shouted all over him, all over the internet. You know, they ridiculed him.
Yeah, internet remains undefeated.
Yes. And then he fought him again, and he fought smart. He fought smart, and he won fair and square.
He did.
So in my book, you get my respect.
Yeah,
totally.
You know?
That's totally. But I've been a TJ guy since Tough. I mean, since he was fighting on Tough, and he just beat the Brazilian guy, Barao.
Mm-hmm.
He just go.
Sí,
fucking, you know, all guys no breaks, man.
Sí, totally.
And then he became champion, and just when he lost to Dominic, and he came back and just took Garbrandt twice. He took him out cold, man.
Y sabes que me encanta su equipo, Jimmy Sterling. These old New York wise guys, you know.
Have you seen the BMM page on Instagram?
No.
It's a guy that's posting memes. The BMN.
What is BMN?
Oh, Boston. It's from Boston.
Boston's
yeah,
BMN.
that's different though.
And I was gonna say, you sort of have like an knee east, back east accent, right?
Oh, what can I say? You know, I grew up watching a lot of movies, so
right.
You know?
But they told you that before, right?
I've heard that before.
English? How?
Just
because if it's totally different from your language back in
yeah, it is different. Well, I think most part of it is cultural. So I just taught English. I was taught English by television, basically, right?
Do Dutch people consume a lot of American or London or English?
That's the only thing we consume, bro. Like all of our television is American, all of our music is American, and I grew up watching The Sopranos and stuff, man. So
oh hell yeah!
And I used to love watching old gangster movies. Excuse me.
What the fuck?
So
what the fuck's going on?
you actually need to. I mean, if you speak Dutch, you're cool. But if you do not, you can just go along with English if you visit Netherlands.
Alright. What do you mean in the
Netherlands?
If you're bilingual, yeah, like that. Well,
or not most of it, or not all the people.
¿Cómo explico? Yeah, we have Dutch is the. Entonces holandés es la idioma oficial. Eso es la idioma oficial, holandés o neerlandés, de verdad.
¿Irlandés?
Neerlandés. Neerlandés, que in English se dice Dutch, no sé por qué. I didn't invent the language, but they say Dutch in English, but it's Nederlands, neerlandés. Nederlands in holandés y neerlandés in español.
So everybody in the country speaks that language?
Yeah, 100%. But we have different dialects, different accents. And in the big cities, like Amsterdam, for example, you have to speak English because there's a lot of people from all over the world living in that city, like New York or London, you know. Okay. So there's a lot of international influence, and that's why English is spoken very well by the Dutch. Also because it's a very small country and nobody speaks Dutch. What are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you speak Spanish and you're from Spain, that's all you need to know, you know?
Yeah, totally.
¿Cómo ha sido, qué tan reto ha sido aprender español? ¿O cómo?
¿Cómo yo aprendí mi español?
Sí.
Aquí en Tijuana, güey.
Nah, really? Yeah. So you got 8 months since you've been speaking Spanish?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, no es cierto. ¿Qué pasa es que tengo que explicarte que tenemos un país en Europa que se llama España.
Claro. Sí. Ya hay mucho español por ahí.
Sí, claro.
Algo así,
pero
ustedes están al lado de Alemania y de
Inglaterra.
Inglaterra. ¿Y cuál es el que está abajo de ustedes? ¿Francia?
No, casi Bélgica.
Bélgica,
sí, Bélgica.
Porque la bandera de ustedes se parece un poco a la francesa, nomás que, pues, así, ¿no? Horizontal.
Sí.
It used to be orange, though.
Yeah.
I don't know so much.
¿Qué pasó? Es que que los holandeses y los alemanes y los ingleses no tienen buen clima, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Tenemos lluvia todo el año. Entonces hacemos nuestras vacaciones en el sur del continente. Entonces en España.
Ah, ya.
Vamos a España para hacer vacaciones como 1 semana, 2 semanas al año.
Y ahí aprendes un poco español.
Entonces yo sabía un poco español, pero solamente como tengo que pedir mi
¿Dónde
comida.
está el baño?
Sí, eso.
¿Dónde está el baño?
Y sí, y cómo puedo preguntar una muchacha su número de teléfono. Pero ahora
Aljamain means taller, Tijuana.
sí,
Hey, what the fuck?
pero la mayor de mi español yo tengo de mi tiempo aquí en Tijuana de vivir en
8 months, 8 meses.
Yeah.
God damn. ¿Tú estás trucha, carnal?
Gracias.
¿Ah?
No, sí, pues el español está, a veces no entiendes, ¿no? A veces sí te quedas.
A veces sí, a veces no entiendo, pero si no te entiendo, te digo, como,
bueno.
hey, puedes repetirlo o puedes. Ok, vamos.
¿Cuál? What's the strategy, G, if you're TJ? I mean, I would guess AJ is definitely fucking go for the sub, right? ¿O qué piensan ustedes?
I don't know.
Well, I
Mira, ahí está. Y ese single leg es buenísimo, güey.
can't believe we just took him down.
Just like that, yo. He's got the neck up. He's on top.
Back.
Oh my god, that went so easy. Surprisingly easy.
I'm telling you, yo. Well, ¿qué le duele? Algo le duele, eh?
Oh shit.
He's squinting. He probably se le quebraron las costillas or what? Look. Pero este güey es cabrón. TJ es cabrón, no se rinde.
Yeah.
But something happened.
Maybe the ribs.
He's getting the back, yo.
Oh shit, my hand blocks.
¿Qué dicen que se le quebró?
And they picked it up, the commentary team. They said something's wrong.
Because you saw him squinting, right?
Yo. Se estaba quejando.
Collarbone.
Collarbone.
Es collarbone.
Oh, shit.
Clavícula.
Yep.
Mira, he's still squinting.
Es su clavícula.
No, mira la mano.
Sí.
Se está agarrando la mano. What's going on?
It's gonna stop it.
No.
Hijo
Ahí
de
está.
perra.
And he is a little bit bigger than him.
No,
Sí, no, la van a parar.
No.
Not using the left arm.
Sí.
Uf.
De la
Uf, no, yo pienso
Yeah, he's gonna choke him out.
no, si puede mover su brazo izquierdo, yo pienso que sí sobrevive el round, TJ. Nah, yo digo que sí lo defiende. Unless he flans him.
He's got Aljo on his back, bro.
Yeah.
It's not just any Tom, Dick, or Jane, bro.
What the fuck? No. Okay.
Yeah, Aljo, man, best back in the game.
Nah, I'm telling you. I mean, unless his arm's broken. Ahora sí. Ahí, güey.
Tough.
Me gusta tu esperanza.
Era. I'm telling you, yo.
Ay, no, pero no puede usar su brazo. Es muy claro. Algo pasa con su brazo, con su clavícula.
Sí, está en dolor ese güey. Ahora sí, ay, güey. Ahí es donde va a valer. Ah.
The way, el crossface que le hace.
2 minutes. ¿Por qué se va y viene? Ahorita que se vaya el round vamos a poner otro. Pues mira, ahora sí.
Yeah.
Ahí yo creo que sí defiende. Si puede mover su brazo, que sí lo está pudiendo mover.
Bueno, estoy seguro que TJ entrenó mucho para defender la espalda, ¿no?
Sí,
¿O no?
a huevo.
Claro.
A huevo. Es todo lo que yo me imagino que
Sí.
la mitad del entrenamiento era eso. Pero what happened? Estoy interesado para saber qué le pasó y cómo.
Oh, it hurts.
¿Qué onda? ¿Qué está pasando?
El internet.
The fuck is going on? Pinche parece como un
algo
exorcismo, güey.
Sí.
Un video muy bugueado.
It's pretty trippy, man.
What the fuck? ¿Qué le echaron a la cerveza? What the fuck?
Vamos, TJ. Quiere separar, pero... Mira.
Se paró. But what the fuck's going on? Mira. ¿Será shoulder? ¿Será que nomás se le dislocó?
Así puede ser que es dislocó.
Oh. Pero mira, y sigue levantando el codo. So what, just run? Oh. Sí, está suelto. Está suelto el brazo. What the fuck? But he's still moving it.
His shoulders out.
So if his shoulders out, what do you do as an opponent?
Ay, no sé, güey.
Fucking jalarle brazo.
Sí, esos que su equipo está gritando, su hombro, atacarlo el hombro.
It's a fight, man.
It's a fight. It's dirty, bro.
How can Aljamain hacerle más dolor ahí? ¿Cómo le puede hacer a Aljamain más dolor?
I don't know.
Jalándoselo y así.
Empuja.
Maybe punch him.
You wanna push it from down up, like this fucking hurts.
Ahí, así.
Yeah,
a la verga. Yeah, he's got it. He's not gonna pop it back in.
Oh, it's fucked. His shoulder is fucked, bro.
But it's just dislocated, right? Or you think it's broken?
It's dislocated, bro.
So they gotta.
I don't think you snap your arm in half.
So you gotta relocate it.
Let's see.
Man, that looks. He pop it back in.
Just like that? What the fuck? Dude, should we put the other one? Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, he's good, yo.
He's good.
His trainer is fucking good.
Yeah, man, he just popped it back in.
How did it happen?
Like oh,
just like that, just by moving it?
Bro, it's like your body weight, his body weight, in motion.
Bro, this is a sick fight so
it
far
is.
Because this is gonna be a different round now. He's and TJ
got his shoulder back.
TJ's a wrathful motherfucker, you know. He's like, okay, I'm gonna punish you now for punishing me.
Yes.
Bro, like
he kicked it.
Just imagine his man for 42. He was in hell.
Yeah, he
was in fucking hell.
That's fucking tough. A lot of people would have tapped out.
Man, a lot of people, they don't even think about the magnitude of what happened. Just like,
man,
you fucking pop your finger, it's hurting now.
Ahora imagínate el hombro. But what, is he 100% back to normal?
I don't know, man.
I don't know, but I don't think
still back in.
I don't think your shoulder being out like that for 5 minutes will be back 100%.
Yeah.
And then there's also the question: is he back mentally? Because he just.
Yeah, totally. De que no esté pensando en él, ¿verdad?
Yeah, man.
It's not like they pop your shoulder back and it's like, oh, okay, you're back to normal. Nah, it's like
it's gonna hurt.
It's hurt and it's worn on you. It's wearing on you mentally as well.
Yeah,
it's wearing on you.
Because that's what's painful. Your fucking brain is telling you, hey, I'm hurt. I need help.
Que es muy raro porque. ¿Por qué no puede parar los takedowns de Aljamain?
It's crazy, ¿no?
Yeah,
siendo tan good a wrestler, ¿no? Sí, if you're that good a wrestler es cuando puedes parar esos takedowns, ¿no?
Pues Aljamain es un luchador muy duro. Siempre ha sido luchador y es parte de un cinturón negro.
Ni uno de ellos es acá, como le llaman, que el All American y ese pedo, ¿no? ¿Ah?
No sé las credenciales de lucha de Sterling, pero sí está cabrón para luchar.
Entonces hay categorías como D3, 2, 1, como D3, 2 and D1 divisiones.
TJ sí tiene bastantes credenciales de lucha.
Sí, entonces TJ era Division 1 y Aljo Division 3. Entonces...
Yeah. Sí, hay una diferencia de niveles.
Hay una diferencia de nivel, pero no se nota.
Watch out, getting that neck. Oh, he's going for it.
He's good.
Oh!
Dash choke.
Good defender. Bien defendido.
¿Otra vez? ¿Qué? ¿Otra vez? Otra vez se le salió el brazo.
Yes.
Otra vez se le salió el brazo. ¿Qué tiene que hacer? O sea, okay, we know he's a dog, right? We know TJ's a dog. He's gonna keep on fighting, but what's his offense there? What is his strategy there?
Pues ahí se
Y
tendría
sabes que yo pienso que no era una pelea normal, entonces no por el cinturón ya se pararon la pelea. Pero porque el cinturón...
Sí, no, la dejan correr.
Sí, la dejan correr.
Of course, y TJ does not want that fight to end. Estamos de acuerdo.
Sí,
He's a fucking dog, dude.
Yeah.
He's a fucking dog. Pero
se va a enojar si la
But
paran.
this look on his face this is an unfamiliar look
Yeah.
that I've seen on TJ's face. Like he doesn't really know
yes,
what's
yes.
happening. You can see like...
I mean, but who knows? What would the coaches be telling him? Okay, we're gonna keep on fighting. We want the belt, but what's your strategy then?
Oh,
And
Stop the fight, dice
la
el
de Sterling.
can't-
el DC.
these are... Oh, shit.
What the fuck?
That was hard.
What the fuck? 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 What the fuck's going on? What the fuck? Espera, okay.
Ay, aquí está.
Estamos saliendo pura verga. A ver, aguántame. What the fuck, yo? A ver. Oh, espérate. Como que algo pasó.
Parón.
La pararon.
Sí, la
Sí,
pararon.
parón. Claro. Mira, escucha el público.
Sí.
Él no tiene suerte ese güey, ¿sabes? No tiene suerte Aljo, porque eso va a reflejar mal
Ajá.
a su...
No le van a acreditar esa
Sí.
victoria. Van a decir, you only won because of this.
Yeah.
Puros
No,
you
pero
only
él
won because of
causó
this.
eso.
Yeah.
Y lo que la gente me dice es que él causó eso. O sea,
caso de eso.
porque es luchador, porque lo tumbó, porque hizo su takedown. Él causó esa lesión.
No es como
Sí.
que estando sentado le pasó eso a TJ. Fue por... ¿verdad?
Pero ya
Fue por
sabe.
la presión que tiene.
Ya sabe cómo la gente son.
La gente es
Van a ¿cómo se dice? Descreditarlo, ¿no?
Pues la verdad, no, todo el crédito para él. Pues.
Pues perdieron. Yo gané.
Sí.
Perdieron, yo gané. Les vamos a dar una pelea más. Una pelea más. Pero se va a bajar el count.
El count.
Ah, pero ¿a qué le van ustedes? ¿Oliveira? ¿Oliveira? ¿Todo le vamos a Oliveira? What the fuck?
Bueno,
Bueno, voy a
no voy a ser...
cambiar a último.
No voy a ser...
Yo me voy a cambiar a último.
No voy a
Islam.
estar rebolloso. Ok. Qué rebolloso.
¿Tú quieres Islam?
Sí.
¿Pero sí crees que gane?
Pues es que, parce, la verdad, yo desde que vi esa pelea dije como... La voy a disfrutar porque los dos están muy duros. Es como que si Islam gana, a mí no me sorprende.
Es el
Pero
favorito,
si Charles
Islam
gana,
es el favorito.
¿En serio?
Favorito.
Con mucho...
Which is crazy, right?
¿Con mucho o
I
qué?
don't know the odds. Déjame ver los odds.
Es que no sé, no me quiero mantener real me quiero mantener real, entonces me quedo con Charles.
Versus.
Pues nadie ganó, ya.
Mira, odds. A ver. De todas formas, vamos.
Ah, mira, el de atrás se parece a Boston's BMN.
Así, un poco así. Pero los dos... Hay diferencia en los acentos. De Boston en New York.
No, yo estoy diciendo que físicamente
Sí.
Mira, hace 8 horas, Islam estaba menos 190, Oliveira más 160. Favorito Islam.
No, es pareja todavía.
Es pareja, pero favorito Islam, pues. What the fuck. Ok, vamos a hacer entonces ahora la apuesta es así. La apuesta es todo le vamos a Oliveira. ¿Cómo va a ganar? ¿O qué round? ¿Cómo va a ganar y qué round?
Yo no creo que él pueda submitir Makachev.
Oliveira no lo va a someter.
No puede.
No
puede.
yo creo que lo puede noquear.
No, si él va a ganar, tiene que noquearlo.
Si gana va a ser noquear.
En el tercero.
Es la única manera, ¿va?
No puede someterlo.
Ok, ¿tú qué dices? ¿Knockout?
Knockout.
Ok, ¿qué round?
El tercero, en el segundo, tercero. Es que me toca elegir uno.
Makachev no tiene mucha experiencia en el cuarto ni el quinto round.
Makachev, o sea, ¿Makachev?
No, sí, no tiene mucha experiencia con 5 rounds.
Entonces tú dices que del cuarto quinto.
Si algo va a pasar, sí.
Ok, tienes que escoger un round. Ok, el que gane por knockout es una feria. Y el round es otra feria.
Yo digo que voy a ganar por knockout en el tercero, en el cuarto.
Knockout cuarto.
Knockout cuarto.
¿Tú, Víctor? Knockout cuarto Santiago Prieto, MMA Fighter profesional.
Bueno, me voy a decir algo loco, pero el tercer round.
Tercer round knockout,
Sí,
Oliveira.
Sí.
Yo digo knockout. Sugar tits. Wait, where are they? Where are the two voices? Wait.
There's dos streams.
Yeah.
Which
one? ¿La de arriba?
No,
el de abajo, ¿ah?
Sí, el de abajo. La que ya está puesta, déjala ya puesta. Yeah, and that one's more. That one's live, right?
They're gonna shit all over him again, bro.
Yeah, I can't wait to see all the memes.
Yeah, the memes and stuff.
The memes, man.
Yeah.
The Fortnite dance.
¿Ese dance no era el que hacía el Aldo?
No, it's Fortnite. Bueno, tal vez Aldo sí lo hacía antes, pero se hizo famoso por un juego que se llama Fortnite.
Mega cringe. Look at all these.
And let's see what he says about what happened.
Yeah, it popped out right away. I gotta apologize to the weight class. Kind of held it up. I completely blew my shoulder out the end of April.
Se va a retirar.
As soon as I started getting ready for this, and
No.
probably dislocated a good 20 times throughout training camp. This is by far the toughest training camp I've been through because of that, emotionally, you know. That's why I was talking so much shit about his weak stand-up, because I didn't want him to wrestle, man. I knew that was the case. I told the ref in the back before he came out that most likely my shoulder's gonna pop out. If it does, I'll get it back in. Please do not stop it.
Oh, so it's been happening.
Ya comunicaron con el ref que mi hombro va a dislocar, pero no para la pelea.
Ajá, o sea, como que eso le pasó mucho en training camp, ¿verdad? Que se le salía.
They told the ref, my shoulder is gonna pop out.
Don't stop the fight. God damn.
I just tried to control the hands the best I could. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to scramble to my feet because I couldn't push off my arm. I thought I'd be able to get it back in the socket, but wasn't able to, man. So I just knew I had to weather the storm that first round, come out and hopefully land some big shots. Unfortunately, it was just in my head, man. This was a tough one to come into, and again, like I said, I apologize to the weight class because it's a stacked weight class, man.
But what does that mean?
Position, but I wasn't gonna wait another year to get a shot. You know what I mean? And all else said, though, Bronson, Dada loves you, man. I'll see you soon. Can't wait to give you a big hug. My grandma and grandpa.
Why do I feel like he's retiring?
Love you, buddy. I was hoping to get that done for you, but
I don't know.
Well, reality is, if you have someone with a hyper, I don't know what's it called, the condition, but if you have like a,
when it dislocates like that too much,
it dislocates very quickly. I know I actually know two guys who have it.
Yeah.
You need to go through surgery.
Oh.
And surgery is gonna take you out, right?
Oh, and he's been out 2 years.
Yeah. But I know a guy who had it. He went through surgery. Like his shoulder popped out like six times a year. Like during kickboxing, it would pop out, and then they just pop it back in like
you
that.
need surgery, man, 100%.
Yeah, so he needs surgery, and if you go through surgery, you're not gonna be back in a month, right? It's gonna take another 6 to 12 months.
Shit.
So I think he knows that, and realizing that he's talking the way he is.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
Mira,
his name is
ese viejo ya es un guru, Mira.
Yeah, that guy is.
Esta va a estar buena. Yo sí quiero ver Olivera contra este cabrón, ¿Quién le van? Olivera, Volkanovski.
Esa es una buena pregunta. Es un buen tiro también.
Porque este güey va a subir, ¿no?
Sí, pero tenemos. Este va a pelear con el que gane ahorita, el Olivera.
O sea, lo que sea.
Sí.
Ya.
Uf.
Este güey está grande, People forget. He's tall.
Pero
33-8.
Pero antes el bajo al featherweight.
Yeah.
O sea, llegaba muy delgado, ¿no?
Sí.
But he's struggling now for the weight as well, right? I mean, he lost the belt like that.
Yeah, but it's like he's been doing this for so long, man. Your body can only take up a certain amount of weight cuts, I think.
Yeah.
And even though he's one division up, he is gonna struggle.
It's true, man. Look at all these other fighters. Look at Poirier, man. He used to cut down the featherweight. He's huge now. He's talking about going up to welterweight. You know, they get older, they get bigger.
Yeah.
It's like you don't train like your whole life, and you don't build like a decent like muscle, and yeah, you grow.
You grow in every sense of the word. ¿Qué división eres tú, Víctor?
Por el momento yo peleo en 185, entonces middleweight.
Middleweight.
Sí, pero yo como my walk around weight es como, no sé, como 90 kilos. Entonces mi coach quiere que me voy a bajar a 170.
God damn. ¿Tu pelea esta que viene qué va a ser?
Middleweight, 185.
185. Ya, viene una pelea, ¿no?
Sí.
¿Cuándo es la fecha?
El 28, en una semana.
En una semana,
6
wow.
días. Sí.
6 días. Entonces vamos a sacar esto antecito, este par para que vaya la gente. ¿Dónde va a ser? ¿Aquí en Tijuana?
Sí, aquí en Tijuana, en el Entram Gym, pero está la puerta cerrada. Pero entonces solamente es con las cámaras y como un público exclusivo.
UFC Fight Pass.
Ya.
UFC Fight Pass pero para mí no.
Hell yeah, para que la gente haga tune in al Fight Pass.
Sí, claro.
Va a ser en UWC.
Sí, en UWC. Y también si no tienes suscripción con UFC Fight Pass, ahora puedes obtener 50% de descuento con el código UWC o algo así.
Hell yeah.
No me pagan para hacer.
Parecía un plug, pero
si
it is what it is, para que te vean.
Sí, pero si quieres ver mi pelea, ándale.
¿Quién es el oponente? Ya está arriba los...
Se llama Entram que es un mexicano japonés.
Ok.
Entonces yo creo que su papá es japonés porque tiene un nombre japonés, ¿no?
Ya.
Entram Furukawa, pero es un buen hombre. Ya peleó con dos
Compañeros, ¿no?
compañeros de mi equipo, con Leva antes y con Tyler Bankir, que es el hombre de Canadá,
El pelón.
El pelón.
Shout out to Tyler Van Kill.
Shout out Tyler Van Kill.
Yeah.
¿Así se llama? ¿Mexicano?
Tyler,
Sí,
no,
Tyler
no,
Van
no,
Kill.
he's Canadian. He's from
Canadian.
Canada.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it's Tyler Pizza Van Kill.
Pizza Van.
Pizza
Yeah.
Van Kill.
He's got like pizza as his middle
Bro,
name.
Hell yeah.
If you want anyone on your podcast, that's like
That's the guy. That's the guy.
Man,
Man, what's
Shout out Tyler.
He's one of
Pizza.
the funniest guys
Yeah,
I
man.
ever met.
Yo, let's bring him over, Santi.
Yeah.
Let's bring him over.
He's hilarious.
100% on English, that podcast.
Yeah, it's gonna be English.
Yeah.
Canadiense.
He knows, he understands more than he speaks.
Hell yeah.
Spanish, though. But you know, he doesn't have to mingle with the Hispanics because he's got a Canadian wife and a kid, and he lives here, right?
Oh,
and then there's me, and I just hang out with
Santi and him.
and the Mexican cholos, you know, and my girlfriend is Mexican as well, man. So,
Oh, yeah, full Mexican?
yeah, full Mexican. She's from here, Tijuana.
Oh, so you speak Spanish with her?
Yeah,
Hell
we
yeah,
speak
okay,
Spanish
totally.
every day, and if I don't know the word, I just say it in English. And she speaks English as well, but we never speak English. You know, she shouts at me in Spanish and everything. So
Te grita en español, te regaña en español. No hay mejor coach, ¿verdad? Yo siempre he pensado que tú no deberías ser coach así como lo hacía el ¿cómo se llama ese? El Mike Perry, güey.
Sí.
Que te esté gritando, ya, huevo.
That was wild, that guy. Eso fue muy loco porque por no pagar, no quería perder dinero, llevó a su esposa. Entonces no le tuvo que pagar porcentajes a nadie.
¿Sí sabías eso, ah, Víctor?
No.
Que el Mike Perry llevó a su novia, she's my coach.
¿Sabes quién es Mike Perry?
sí, que cuando él tenía a su esposa en su esquina, ¿verdad? Sí, o su novia.
Qué loco.
Porque no quería pagar coches.
Ajá. No, el más cabrón fue el Diego Sánchez que llevó a su drug dealer. ¿No viste? ¿No viste que tenía ahí un guru y que no sé qué? Y cuando lo mandaban a la esquina empezaba a hacer acá como unos cantos y la verga. I got this. Salía ahí, pues. The rest is history.
And you need backup right up there. Just like
Lo más loco de la carrera de Mike Perry, que es una carrera muy loca con ups and downs y bien cabrona. Lo más loco de Mike Perry para mí fue que le ganó a MVP. What
sí.
the fuck?
En el bare knuckle.
You know who MVP the fuck is, right? What the fuck?
Pero MVP, he underestimated Mike Perry big time.
He probably
I
didn't.
think, yeah.
Just
Underestimated him
went.
big time. He thought he was gonna go in there and do his thing. But Mike Perry's a freaking brawler, bro.
Yup.
He's a brawler.
He was in a street fight too, huh?
It was. Have you seen the fight? So
I didn't.
No.
I didn't. I just saw the hot.
First of all,
I just can only imagine by his UFC experiences.
So first of all, it's a brutal concept. It's very bloody,
Yeah.
and that's why it's so successful. It's a round ring, and it's 5 2-minute rounds,
Wow.
bare knuckle, and you can clinch, but no elbows. But you can clinch though, so you can hold and you can do it in boxing.
That's barbaric.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
Barbaric.
So
Es una pelea de bar.
there's a lot of holding and uppercuts and stuff, and everybody gets cut. You can't come out that fight clean because it's bare knuckle, so you get cut like that, and then
Damn.
That's successful.
And then they had 5 2-minute rounds, and if it's a draw, they go to his 6th. So and with Mike Perry versus MVP, they went to 6th.
Oh, shit.
And then Mike Perry got the victory.
Man, pero qué onda. O sea, ¿y MVPs todavía está en Bellator o no?
No, es por eso que pude pelear
I think he's making more money.
Sí,
Probably, yes.
pagan bien, güey. El Bare Knuckle, sí, ofrecieron una pelea a Tony Cordillo, $20,000. 20,000.
Just to show up or?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What about the win bonus?
I don't know about that, but that's what he told me.
I just show up money. Just like 20 grand to show up money.
Sign the contract, 20 G's.
Well,
Or probably show, right? Show up.
Yeah, I
Show
don't know.
money.
I don't know.
I don't like that much boxing because it's some sort of way you gotta train boxing for that. Nah, I'd rather just wrestle people.
Oye, y me imagino
There's
que...
some algeo shit. I can live longer. Like my brain is not gonna get that fucked. Have you seen leadweight?
Yeah, I love that way.
You don't know what leadweight is? You know Muay Thai?
Yeah, Muay Thai.
Yeah, leadweight. It's right down on Burmese people, like Birmania.
So there's Thailand, and then their neighbors is Burma or Myanmar.
Myanmar.
I don't know what the official name is at the moment because
Yeah,
they switch it up every revolution.
Shit.
But then, like, their country was like North Korea closed for like, I don't know, a few decades.
Yeah.
And then their national sport is not Muay Thai, it's leadweight. And the only difference is like
It's the same stance.
Yeah, but Muay Thai they call it the art of 8 limbs. So it's just the elbows, the hands, the knees, and the shins.
Yeah.
But then with leadweight they call it the art of
The
9
dick,
limbs.
with the dick as well. Okay.
Yeah, almost. But it's the head.
It's the head.
So,
hands are
yeah.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, bro. And the sickest thing is, it's a Canadian actually who's the he's the openweight champion.
David
Wow.
Yeah, David Leduc. He's the
David
openweight
Leduc.
champ.
So he's been breaking noses with his forehead.
Yeah, and it changed the entire game.
Like before, leadweight was like, I think like Muay Thai, it's something like very spiritual for them. They can fight all their life and die in a ring just because of the spiritual aspect of it. Like, and they were not getting paid fights. Most of the people do not know this sport at all, but this dude just came in and it's making a lot of money on that.
Well, there's two very interesting things about lightweight. The first one is if you get knocked out, your corner gets 120 seconds, 2 minutes to revive you.
Oh shit!
So if you get knocked out cold, if you're back on your feet in 2 minutes,
you can
go again. So that's just Alzheimer's and Parkinson's waiting to happen.
Damn.
And then
beast mode.
Yeah, and then the second interesting thing about sport is that the CEO of one championship has took an interest about sport and he's looking to host lightweight fights because they do Muay Thai, grappling, and MMA and kickboxing as well. So like, why not lightweight as well?
And that's
I'm gonna see one of those
man.
fights.
Yeah. It's fucking tough. It's hard to see. It's hard to see lightweight.
So what do you guys think about adding or permitting headbutts in a fight?
I'm not into that, to be honest.
Mira, aquí Víctor lo está pensando. I got a good forehead.
Well,
I got a good forehead. Shit, but está brutal, dude.
It's brutal, man. Yeah. Have you seen the early UFC has no rules?
Yeah.
And it was Ken Shamrock. Just took like the jiu-jitsu guys.
Yeah.
He just put him in like a close guard. He was on top.
Yeah.
And you just take up the biceps, like the bicep control, and he just built the shit out of people with his school.
That's what the Smash Machine did. What's his name? Mark Kent.
Mark Coleman?
Mark Coleman and Mark Kent. They were like two huge roided out guys back in the early Pride days.
I didn't know about it.
And they headbutted the shit out of people. Mark Coleman was one of them, yeah.
And he got leg locks too. He was leg locking people too back in this Japanese league where Bas Rutten fought. You know, Pancrasian?
Pancras.
Pancras.
Pancras, yeah, that was sick, man.
He was knocking people out with his palm, bro, like liver shots and shit.
I like that.
Yeah.
He's that strong?
Yeah,
he was that strong?
Bas Rutten, man.
He was the first heavyweight
Traía el
champion.
secret juice o no ese güey?
No, everybody, it wasn't that secret. Everyone was on it.
Was no secret. Fíjate, yo me encontré, fui a un Tilted Kilt una vez a ver un UFC y llegó el entrenador de TJ Dillashaw con el Bas Rutten y un chingo de cabrones. Y ahí estaban ahí right next to us watching the fight y yo.
Pero, ¿cuál de todos?
¿Cómo se llama el vato que está con TJ Dillashaw? Ludwig, ese vato.
Ludwig. Yeah. Dwayne Ludwig.
Dwayne Ludwig y el Bas Rutten. Ahí estaban los güeyes con un chingo como de vatos.
He was a Muay Thai guy too.
Yeah, el Ludwig, ¿no?
Yeah.
Mira, Oliviera.
Shining, homie, Iluminado, traía un...
Perdimos la entrada de Mahachev.
Okay. So before the fight starts, okay. So this is how I'm gonna do it. This is how I'm gonna do it. Yo digo que gana este vato, Oliveira. Cuarto round, submission.
Oh, shit. That's a bold statement.
Like that, yo. Y si no lo gana en el primer round.
Damn, son. That's a bold
He does have a tendency to finish fights quickly.
Yeah. Or just come back.
He's a fast finisher, bro.
Okay, so third round, fourth round, knockout. Third round, fourth round.
I think I said third round knockout.
Third round? You said fourth round, right?
Sí,
knockout.
Yeah. Y tú dices submisión en el cuarto.
Submission en el cuarto.
Damn,
like
son.
that, yo.
I think you're gonna lose money on that.
Este vato está... Yo voy a usar una palabra. Este vato está ratchet. Esa palabra no se usa. Pero ratchet me refiero que he's greedy as a fucker. Greedy.
He's been down deep waters.
Greedy.
In his career, not only on fights, but he's been almost cut out from the UFC, doubt like a motherfucker, and now he's just bouncing back. That's tough, man.
He's been through adversities. I think the word that we're looking for.
Yes,
and that makes an all better fighter all round, because you can see it's fighters that they fast lane to the top. Who haven't been through adversity. Once they go through that first adversity, sometimes they get derailed like permanently.
Yeah.
We seen that with what's that other bantamweight guy? Cody Garbrandt. I was such a fan of that guy, man. I loved him. I loved his swag. I loved his style.
I love the boxing too.
But then once he got derailed, he just never came back. He just never.
Is it just something in the mind, right? Because it's the same coaches that they've been having champions.
It's a funny thing. Me and Santi estamos hablando del libro de Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson.
Sí, en el primer capítulo, there's a story of lobsters.
They serve lobsters. Yeah, that first one.
And
it's a good book.
It's a funny thing is,
I'm
going to keep it short, which is very hard to do because Jordan Peterson talks a lot.
Yeah.
But he says once a lobster, look, that's a lot of respect, man. They hugging up.
Yeah, once a lobster loses a fight.
Yeah, he actually sheds his shell or whatever the harness is.
Yeah.
And he re-evolves his brain to be more submissive.
Basically, the lobster once they lose a fight, it's gonna shrink.
Yeah, it's gonna shrink basically.
And all these chemicals in their brain that are meant to
serotonin,
get you depressed and shit. That just vanishes.
So it's natural serotonin production, which is your confidence hormones, lowers naturally, and then the funny thing is,
so you accept defeat now.
Yeah, you accept defeat, but it's like, even physically, they become like weaker. And then the lobster. So then they have to fight. So then when they're already seeing other males, they can sense that they're more confident in their serotonin levels, and they won't by the posture, and they won't even engage into a fight with them. Now, I think this is what happens with humans to a certain extent as well. That's what happened to Cody Garbrandt, I think.
Yes.
He fought, he lost, and then he just in his brain something just switched, and he became more. Just I don't know. I don't want to say submissive, but less confident.
Acceptful, maybe. Because you know how they say like, oh, he got chinny. You heard that term. Maybe it's your subconscious or your brain just shutting down. Because I've been here before. It's maybe something that relates to that, right?
Or maybe something in his private life it's going too, and we don't know. Just as spectators. True. Maybe something in his private life it's not easy. Maybe he's going through tough times, and that's gonna fuck you up somehow.
Yeah.
So that's like, but that metaphor of the lobsters, it's just a rule to let people know, like their shoulders.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Pero to circle back to the fight.
Yes.
Oliveira is like the Renaissance man, you know. It's he went through adversity, and it just made him stronger.
Yeah, but I mean, Makhachev, it's from Dagestan, man.
And Makhachev has been on that fast lane.
Si lo noquean, si saben que va a ser con esta,
El gancho.
Sí, ya lo noquearon así, ¿no?
No, fue como con un bol. No me acuerdo bien, pero no fue con un.
A ver, which one's more advanced? The one in the bottom?
Sí.
Okay. What? You sure?
Sí.
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I know anything about technology.
You sure?
Pues también, o el de arriba. A ver, como quieras tú.
Sí.
Están como iguales, ¿no?
Sí.
Nomás silencia uno.
Ya.
Tú eres el capitán, güey. Tú escoges.
Yo.
Ahí está.
Ah, sí.
Qué mamá
Buen calidad.
Qué grandísimo que está.
Sí, qué grandísimo, ¿no?
Ah, ok.
Esos no son 155 libras ni loco.
Round
Ahora.
method. Okay?
Man, this
Round
guy,
method.
man, this guy.
We gotta make shit interesting, yo. Right?
That already is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you,
Underdog. Look how much of an underdog he is.
I don't
That's
understand.
no respect, yo.
I don't understand bets at all.
Well, maybe people know something we don't know.
Do you understand bets?
No,
I
sorta,
do.
sorta.
So what happens is you've got minus and plus. When you're a plus, you're an underdog. When you're a minus, you're a favorite. Minus means you have to put in. It's all about $100. So if you're a minus 100 favorite, that means I have to pay 100 to win 100. If you're a minus 500, that means I have to pay 500 to win 100. You see, if you're a minus 2,000, I have to pay $2,000 to win $100. So everything's about winning $100. The other way around, you're a plus 165. That's what you get on top of your $100. So if you're a plus 165 favorite, I get my $100 and plus 165. I get my 500 plus the if you're a plus 500 favorite, I get my $100 plus $500 on top.
That shit.
That's how the odds work.
Thanks for doing that explanation.
Yeah.
Que mucha gente no sabe. Esa ya la Esa ya la sabía. Lo que yo no sabía. Whoa, he's wobbled again on the very first.
Oh shit.
Was he wobbled though?
Man, these guys are swinging. There's no feeling out with Oliveira, man. He doesn't feel out.
So, to the ground in the very first round. Aquí es donde yo que dije fourth round, ¿verdad? Pero aquí es donde puede submit, digo yo, así de cabrón, Oliveira.
Aquí vamos a ver
Mira.
que
They're dry. Y yo digo que Oliveira es el mejor jiu-jitsu practitioner. Look at that.
No, digamos.
No. What is that? No, he needs to pull that arm out, right? No, but he got it. Okay.
eso va a contar mucho de esa pelea que va a pasar en el piso.
His guy's nice ground and pound too. Makhachev fought David Ramos. David Ramos was a former ADCC world champion.
¿Y qué pasó?
And he just ground and pound him all the fight.
Who, David Ramos?
No, Makhachev. David Ramos.
Okay, entonces Makhachev está encima de Oliveira.
Good too on the ground, man.
You know,
Yo pienso que he'll wear you out tipo Khabib. Yo pienso que sí, pero yo pienso que con este vato el submission threat siempre está presente y Makhachev lo sabe. Creo yo. Hasta de su guard.
increíble.
Heavy hips on Islam. Look.
O sea, este vato está activo tratando de buscar submissions.
Ya está sangrando Oliveira. Ahí.
Nothing new. There you go. Backy back, ¿no?
Oh.
Bueno, vamos a ver.
Ok, Oliveira ya se recuperó de esos wobbles, ¿no?
Sí, pero ¿qué quiere hacer ahora? ¿Quiere luchar con Makhachev?
Sí. Yo digo que Oliveira quiere estar así pegado a él. Siempre con un submission threat. Yo pienso que Oliveira cree que su jiu-jitsu le va a ganar a su wrestling.
No puede luchar con él.
Oh man.
Ya está.
So tough
Yeah,
to take down Islam. Like, man, it's...
We started in the Cherokee fight. My Cherokee is like a world-class wrestling kid.
Yeah.
And he just levels to that.
Pero
game,
el jiu-jitsu, there's levels to jiu-jitsu as well.
Yep.
Sí.
Yo digo que Oliveira welcomes that. Oliveira is welcoming that. Y Oliveira está nomás paciente esperando que este güey la cague. That's what I think. I don't know. ¿Está muy cabrón para hacer submissions el Islam?
Sí, también le sabe, parce. También tiene sus finalizaciones.
Sí.
Fue campeón de sambo, que también tiene sus finalizaciones. Por eso es que te digo, esta pelea es para alguien que le gusta eso.
Finalizó sus últimos 3 oponentes con submisión. Sí.
Con submission.
Sí. El Bobby Green, creo, con un head and arm choke.
Ajá.
El Dan Hooker con Kimura.
Y también le ganó a otro por ahí,
No tenemos.
al Drew Dober.
Ah, sí, Andrew Dober. Con head and arm choke
Head and arm
también.
choke.
Aunque aquí todo este round ha sido del Makhachev, ¿no? Sí, es que está peligroso para Oliveira porque si nomás se queda esperando que la submission se aparezca, va a valer madre.
Yo creo que Oliveira no quiere sentirse tan cómodo.
Ajá, no debería. Ajá.
Porque ¿cómo se dice? Las tarjetas de jueces.
Exacto.
Estás perdiendo en este momento.
Sí, round.
En otra posición, sí.
Aunque Oliveira en su cabeza está esperando, está tranquilo, no está pasando nada, este round es de Makhachev. Damn, mira. Y eso pasa y se va tu reloj. Yeah, he's too good here.
He's too good here.
Oh, qué buenos codazos. Qué horrible ser Oliveira ahorita.
Te digo, yo pienso que él en su cabeza le está como we're good, we're on our territory, porque that is his territory.
Oh, upkick.
Bien, I'm telling you, le quitó los knees, the knees buckle.
Nah. Y además tiene que saber que
Fresco.
Que Makhachev tiene un, ¿cómo se dice? Tiene un buen chin. ¿Cómo se dice eso en español?
Una mandíbula buena.
Sí.
Tiene buena quijada.
Buena quijada.
Tiene buena quijada. Mira.
También Oliveira.
Sí, ya está sangrando ese.
Oh, buen derribo. ¿Cómo se llama ese derribo? Harai, ¿no?
¿Cómo?
Harai.
Harai.
En el cuarto round me aventé mi submission. Cuando están todos slipperies, Pero va a ser new water para Islam. I'm telling you. El cuarto va a estar cabrón.
¿Qué tal de todos se pintaron el pelo de amarillo que?
Huevo, iluminados. Ok, y entonces, si Islam gana, ¿cómo gana? Por rounds, decisión. ¿No? Por decisión. Huevo.
Sí, claro, decisión.
God damn. Oye, ¿o Netherlands tiene Viking history o no?
Sí, claro.
Sí,
como bike, como bicicleta, sí.
No, not bicycling. Viking.
Oh, Vikings. Vikingos. Ah, vikingos. Ah, Viking.
Viking, porque yo sé que ahí usan bicycles para todo. Pero
Viking.
Oh, Viking, yeah, Viking. We bike all over the place. Oh shit, the kick. Oh, what the fuck? Sí, está peleando nasty ese Islam,
No, that's not the way.
Es una guerra. Eso toma mucha gasolina
¿De quién? ¿De Oliveira o de...?
No, de los dos. Pero yo creo que eso es el juego de Makhachev. Eso es lucha. Eso es que Makhachev puede ser por horas y horas.
Fence wrestling.
Sí.
It's superior than fence jiu-jitsu. There's no fence jiu-jitsu at all.
No hay, ¿verdad? They're probably working on it right now. Ahí está, mira. O sea, aquí están diciendo que se está cansando más Oliveira por lógica, dicen, ¿no?
Sí, claro. This is Makhachev's bread and butter. That means he's used to this, man. He's accustomed to this.
Yeah.
Like, look at that, man.
Pero mira, he ain't going down. Oliveira ain't accepting that back again.
Nah, because he knows I can't wind up on my back again because he can't submit it when he's dry, so I'm not going to submit it when he's soaked in sweat.
Exactly. Yep. The submission's going to come. I'm telling you. Oh. Qué buen pinche ni. Okay, so he gave up on it, Islam.
Let's see.
So ahí vienen los putazos.
Let's see.
Ahí vienen unos momentitos. Mira.
We'll see. Makhachev is holding his own, man.
He's not a bad striker, no, nomás que no lo vemos strike mucho.
He's good.
He's got
man.
knockouts,
He's well
man.
rounded
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Se ve fuerte.
Plus, he's on southpaw stance. Southpaw, it's
He,
different business too.
what's that guy? He knocked out Glazen Tiwao.
Yeah, cool. Good overhand.
Which was arguably the only fight Khabib lost.
Yeah,
Like,
Con-
or
con-
didn't dominate. Con Glazen
Con
Tiwao.
yeah, well. That's an old fight too, huh? Mira.
he was on the juice too. With
El Tibao, ¿verdad?
Yeah,
Wow.
so it was sweet, like it was very satisfactory for Khabib that his cousin knocked him out, you know?
Ah.
Like very wholesome.
Fíjate, no veo patadas de Oliveira, y eso no me gusta. I would like to see some a little bit more kicks from Oliveira.
But, like in his mind, kicks equals takedown.
Yeah, takedown.
Yeah. Or getting taken down.
But maybe, well, if he feints the kick, do you think that would?
Oh,
Whoa!
That happens.
Did he catch him off balance or?
Yeah, I think he's sort of like and rolled.
Oh, he's got that head and arm choke, bro.
Fuck, dude. Wait,
No se hagas esto.
wait, what the fuck? Welcome to the Manolo Pod. That's what happens here, yo. What?
What you get when you have a man cave that's, you know.
What the fuck?
Oh
Seems
my
like
god,
his-
we missed the
What
finish,
the
bro.
fuck?
He
His-
fucking
What
finished him, bro.
the fuck?
Damn, boy.
That's so anti-fucking climatic. What the fuck?
Hijo de perro.
What the fuck?
He submitted.
No seas mamón. Do you think he submitted it?
I don't know.
A ver, le pongo aquí, ¿no?
Sí.
Fuck it, a ver qué... ¡Ah!
Head and arm choke.
Yeah, you had to have an arm choke.
Oh, so...
Yeah.
What the fuck? A ver. No seas... That's mamón, güey. This was so fucking anticlimactic, güey.
Damn, bro. Oh, here we go. Look.
Cuffs in. Oh.
Boom. No, it was clean on the chin. And then he went in for the head and arm. Oh man, it's so good. Look, he's got that hard.
Oh, so he got him just like that?
Oh my god, bro.
Who saw that? Who saw that coming?
I didn't see it coming, but I did see him get the head and arm.
And that's where it stopped too, huh?
Look at that. And these guys are strong, bro. If they get your head and arm, you're going out.
You're going out, yeah.
God damn it. So Islam won.
Man, he submitted Charles Oliveira. That's so fucked, bro. There's no stopping these Dagestani guys,
Crazy,
bro.
dude.
There's no stopping these Dagestanis, man.
Damn, yo, he just fucked
That
up
is
over there.
crazy.
Can I just say this guy is such a good translator.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's doing such a I don't know who they had before, but they all did like a mediocre job at
Yes.
best.
They
And
were
this
like,
guy does.
shit.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
Yeah, he's very good.
He
Incredible.
likes translating.
Yeah.
He likes what he's doing.
Yeah, and
It's crazy that you
him
notice
on-
that because I've
Yeah.
noticed that also.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I see him. I go like,
Yeah.
motherfucker, on point.
yeah, he's
On
good. On point. Yeah,
Because
because he doesn't just translate like every word, but he also brings that same energy. you know?
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's
Yes.
fucking hard to do,
Yeah,
man.
and that's hard to do, and he does it very well, and it's very important because a lot of energy gets lost in that translation.
Yeah.
and he does it very well. And I'm like, man, this guy is good. And he does Portuguese with that, with that acento brasileiro, and he does it very good.
And
You
he
know,
knows Spanish too.
And
Very
Spanish too.
Fluent.
English,
Fluent, yeah.
it's on point too.
God damn, yo.
Yeah, he's the translator. It's pretty cool, man.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. So the belt's back in Dagestan.
damn.
What the hell? And who would have thought he would win it like that?
And honestly, he did make it look easy.
Yeah, man.
Did.
Yeah,
He did.
Just look at
and that's
Khabib, man.
and you know what the scary thing is that his team, they said it, we're gonna make it look easy,
And they
did, man. It's kind of, what's I gonna say?
He is happy too, because that's his body. Cormier and
Yeah, of
Islam,
course.
they get along.
Yeah, they're like yeah.
Oh, let me read one of these. What the fuck? What do you mean?
Finally accomplish his goal.
Always more than what I ask.
Where are there two fucking...
Just put on a...
Oh, here's the problem.
Abu Dhabi, thank you. I training so hard for this moment.
I bet, right?
All my life, when I was kids, I preparing for that moment, and I want to say thank you.
Islam, let's take a look at your work here.
So Islam is the new champion.
As you expect, was on the pressure.
Esta, mira.
He pulled guard in round 1, but in round 2 you had to stand with him. Is this what you
He did make it look as easy. He did.
He did, bro. Like he wasn't in danger. He didn't get caught. Didn't get taken down. Boom.
Push his opponent, but I know
And he's jacked, man.
he gonna be careful about my wrestling.
And what's impressive is that Oliveira has been here before. So he got knocked down by what's that small guy's name?
He got knocked out?
By Chandler.
By Chandler.
He got knocked down by Chandler.
down, yeah.
He got knocked down by
Portier.
no, what's his name?
Gaethje.
Gaethje. And they just let him back up. Because like I'm not getting in your jiu-jitsu game. And
That was a problem.
And this guy jumped on him and submitted him. That's impressive.
He didn't.
That is impressive.
He didn't fear. his-
So another belt for Khabib? He gave him the secrets or what? Listen, brother.
This is not a accomplishment.
So, and DC's also in the gym with them, right? Or no?
Yeah, AK
I
in
guess.
California.
Right?
I don't think he's really training.
But I don't know if they're training in Dagestan because they do cross training a lot. Dagestan and AKA.
Yeah.
So I don't know how this camp how this
I
camp
mean,
went. If they did it on Dagestan.
If you guys,
or they did it on-
if you guys like to watch stuff on YouTube, there's the Dagestan Chronicles.
Dagestan Chronicles.
Yeah, which is a sick. I think it's like a 10-episode take on what happens in Dagestan.
What, in the country, or
Yeah.
is it about fighting?
It's a war, right? It's a heavy war right there.
War?
War.
No, not anymore.
They had it.
They had it though for decades and decades, and that's why they're so rough. Right? That's why they're so hard boiled, man. They just, they ask them what's, in English when something's very,
Just
yeah.
What?
Oh,
Oh, shit.
He's next.
Hold up. How do you see this fight, Santi?
This is gonna be stylistically easy.
Calm down, dog. Look, he's way shorter. Way shorter.
Let's do it. Hey, the lightweight on the line, pound for pound, number 1 on the line. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the new lightweight champion.
Way shorter, eh?
Yeah, but
I think he's too small for Islam.
yeah, I think so too. But we'll see.
How does...
He used to be like 200 pounds. More. He was
He was a rugby player, and I think he was on the sauce.
Yeah.
he was on that.
All the rugby players.
Totally. That
yeah, I didn't
Australian
think about
sauce,
that.
right?
He was on
man.
That
sauce.
kangaroo dip, huh? Shit, right?
He was on that Australian YU shit.
Yeah.
And I haven't eaten that. Have you eaten like that? Those fancy beef cuts, like
Nah.
YU and shit.
I can afford that shit. I can afford taco con todo, nada más.
Ah, bueno, ese es el bueno, papá. No, mira, no ocupas más que tacos el Frank. Shout out a mi gente de tacos el Frank. Those are the best.
Yeah,
tacos
are
el Frank.
Bro, those are good.
I know what you're talking about. Taco con todo. Atrás del hipódromo, they give you that big with a bone in it.
I haven't go there,
right?
And go to another one in where we live. It's different. It's not Hipódromo. It's another place.
Cacho.
Yeah.
Which one?
Man, I don't discriminate, man. I love all food.
Me too.
But I'm telling you, Frank, dude, if you're gonna do tacos, do it right. Frank, or even fucking Frances all the way to Playas, but Frank's better.
Frank, in Tacos de Frank, there was like toast with cheese and beef on top of it.
I love how we just went 180 and talking about food now.
You know what I want to have though? Just for the fucking selfie. You've seen that meat that the guy with the salt Salve dust. That meat that's fucking packed in gold and shit. I want to have that.
I know guys who ate that. Don't forget Turkey's on my continent, so I know.
Oh, that dude's Turkish, right?
Yeah, and we have a lot of Turkish people living in the Netherlands. In fact, some of my best friends are Turkish.
Hell yeah.
So it's kind of a thing to go to his restaurant and stuff, but first of all, it's expensive.
It seems like it's fucking gold, and you're just gonna
pay like 300 euros, which is about $1 right now, for a steak. And then
like it's about $1.
Yeah.
How much is the euro went down or what?
Oh, it went down dramatically, man. It went down 25% in its value since I came to Mexico.
So what is it, like 75 cents a dollar now or what?
No, it's the same as I used to.
It's $1 to $1 or what?
Yeah, it's $1 to €1 right now.
Oh shit!
Yeah, man, dollar is fucking up a lot of countries now.
Yeah,
my country it's getting fucked by dollar.
How much is the what is it called? Peso? Colombian peso?
Yeah, Colombian peso. But it went down because of many people are blaming like the president. The new president. I don't like the guy myself, but I'm not stupid enough to know that it's not his fault. Like dollar, it's just going up, and it's matching euro. That's I don't know about economics, and maybe I'm being an asshole, but. Yeah.
No, man, spit it out.
Fuck, man, that's pretty impressive. Like, I don't know what's that. The dollar, the impact that it's gonna have in different countries, including Mexico. I don't know.
What bothers you about the dollar?
Huh?
What bothers you about the dollar?
That it's so fucking necessary in my country. It's like we buy a lot of shit from that we pay in dollars. So if we need that. It's gonna increase the prices of daily basic products, just like rice and food and shit like that.
What do you guys think is gonna happen to the currency in the future? Because we're the government is like aiming to go digital, so they wanna this will be something of the past in like 50 years. I don't know, maybe even less. They want to make this something of the past before 2030. So that's 8 years
before 2030.
Yeah, by 2030.
Shit, I honestly don't think we'll reach that deadline. But they totally, the world totally wants it. And if I were in their position, I would say we need it. If I were in their position,
the world doesn't want it. I don't want it.
I don't want it either. I don't want it either.
The government's want it.
Let's go fucking.
They want it.
If you own this paper, you can buy shit.
But you know why they do it, right?
Because they need to control people.
Yeah.
Yes, but most of all is because we got $20 right here, right? Okay, you got $20. Victor, you're the owner of $20. Okay, off of these $20, $3 is mine. That's the main reason. And I know you got 3 of my dollars. That's the government being able to track and tax you. Then you go with the tracking, right? What you're doing with your money, how you're spending it, and all that other shit, right? But the main thing is what you own, I own. Part of it. Yeah,
and there's China. China has been very like low key in that, but it's coming out and everybody knows that China is fucking spying their people, like controlling people.
Oh, you mean the social credit system?
Yeah.
What is that? No, I don't know what that is.
I haven't heard about that.
Up, man.
Social credit system. Social credit. So there's a credit that's to the people or what?
So like it's like you're living in a Black Mirror episode. I don't know if you've ever seen if you've seen
Big
that
fan.
shit. Yeah, well, there's like an episode where you can at any given moment you can rate someone or someone's actions. Okay. So you give it a 1 to 5 star review.
Yeah.
So if you're like and if you're a 3-star dude, so you got like 3.5 stars, it's okay. But there's certain buildings you can't go into because that's only for 4-star people and above.
Oh,
yeah. And
so it's an elitist thing.
Yeah. So, and that's actually what's happening right now in China. Don't forget, like the majority of China are poor as shit and they don't have smartphones. Yeah. But like in the big cities, if you don't have a smartphone, you can't even enter a building. You have to show your social credit score. So you have to show, I don't know exactly what it is, like on what scale it is, like 1 to 100 or 1 to 5, I don't know. But depending on what do you do for a job.
Yeah.
You have access to some shit or
what do you do for a job? How much
your access is based on this, right?
How much CO2 you produce, how much charity work you do, how much school education you went through, how much recycling and stuff you do. There's like a lot of elements to it,
and that would either increase or decrease
your actions. Your actions give you a social credit score, and this social credit score will decide, will give you certain privileges or will take away certain privileges. So that's a very slippery slope in my opinion, and they're rolling out the system right now in Europe as we speak.
That is a slippery slope, although I have a question for both of you guys.
That's dark too, because there's a lot of people I've read that they can just book a flight ticket because they have money, but their social score, it's not enough to book a flight.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I guess then my question, I retract my question, is not a question. It's putting barriers on the freedom to even of choice, right? To a certain extent. Cause what? Because I do agree, like this is my personal opinion, right? Let's say let's say this is a business, right? We're here in a business. Let's say this is a business right here. We're selling donuts or whatever, right? Okay.
Love it.
Right, me too. And until 2 weeks, all right, for you. Okay, let's say we're selling donuts, okay? And then a customer comes, whoever it is. He could be white, he could be Dutch, he could be whatever. As a business, do we still have the right to refuse service?
No. I mean, I've seen homeless people eating tacos. They just pay there.
No, but listen to my question. We're the business. You, me, and Victor, we're the business. Do we still, as a business, do we have the right to refuse service to anybody or no?
I think that's always like your right as a business.
Right?
In China, you mean?
No. Right here. In the free world.
I think we
still have that right, right?
Yeah.
Like no, you know what? You have shorts or no dogs allowed or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Or you're a fucking rapist, so I won't help you. You know.
Yeah, like or I just don't like you, man. I don't like your vibe. I'm not having you in my business.
Yeah.
Is that in your opinion? Is that fair?
I think it is, yeah.
I think it
should.
Because
that puts the power in the particular's hand, and I think that's something we've been losing over the last decade, over the last century.
Exactly.
It's all becoming a huge Walmart and all these Google and whatever businesses, and it's like the power of an individual business is just gone. Like and that's what they're doing right now in Europe. They're killing all the local businesses, all the small businesses, and it's all becoming one big megacorp. And
that has to follow these certain social rules.
Talking about The Sopranos, by the way. I don't know if you know The Sopranos. But
yeah, of course.
I love watching The Sopranos. I was about 15 or 16 when I just smashed those seasons.
How did you find out about them?
The Sopranos.
Yeah.
HBO, man. I watched The Wire before.
Love The Wire. Have you seen The Wire?
No.
That was new to me. I saw it last year. Fuck.
The Wire is like... Fuck. I think The Wire, Sopranos, and Breaking Bad are three of the greatest series ever made.
Breaking Bad, it's fucking dope, man.
Totally. Well, watch The Wire.
Yeah.
To me, honestly, what surprised me, Sopranos is epic, milestone, top of the heap, whatever. I saw The Wire and I went, what the fuck was I doing in my life? Like that. It's because like that. It's. I'll tell you why. And I don't wanna retract from what we're talking about. But I'll tell you why. The Wire. You won't recognize a single actor. Maybe Donnell Williams is the only one. Ashley Larry is probably the only actor you will recognize.
Idris Elba.
Oh, Idris Elba, of course.
That
Idris
made
Elba.
him.
Yeah, but that made him exactly. But that made him. He wasn't Idris Elba before that, correct? So, and after that, you see the show, the script, whatever they're talking about is fucking awesome. I don't know. I think it just did too much, and for the time that when they did it, I think that was a little bit before Sopranos too, right?
Yeah, I was. They overlapped, but they started before. Like they started in the late '90s, early zeros, and then Sopranos started in the early zeros.
Yeah.
So the thing is that.
Okay, so you were talking about the businesses. They're turning into big corps. They're turning into Walmart.
Yeah,
right.
Wow,
they got right.
You know, my brain I lost my train of.
Yeah, so this is happening in Europe.
So what happened in the Sopranos in a certain episode? They're like these Italian mobsters, these gangsters. They go to like a new coffee shop. Like a new coffee shop sets up shop.
Yeah,
and they go in and say, "Hey, how you doing? So listen up. We see you open up this great little coffee shop. So cute, you know." But listen,
the accent though.
But
hell yeah,
you know, what are you doing for security? You got security? What if something happens to your business? You know, well, let's just say it like this: we need some money for protection. You guys need to pay up, you know. And then this guy just goes like, "Hey man, this is Starbucks. I don't know what you want me to do. If I give you money from the register, you're just gonna fire my ass and put it in the new guy. I'm totally replaceable."
Yeah.
And these old school New York mobs are just like, "Man, fuck, we can't even shake down a place anymore because there's no individualism anymore. There's no particularism anymore. It's all megacorp. So we can, like, they used to have all these companies, all these businesses, local businesses, pay them protection money, which is like a tax, right? And if something happens, you don't go to the cops, you go to the mob.
Yes.
Okay.
And now that just, and with you know, with all these megacorps, you know, pulling businesses out of the ground like weed in a garden. They were just these mobs were like, man, we can't get no money anywhere anymore. You know, we can't shake down anyone.
And to a certain extent, they eliminated the middleman.
Yeah,
and the middleman was the guy who could almost grasp success.
Yeah,
right. Like I would think
like
maybe
a normal middleman that can
exactly.
He owns a family. He has kids. They bring food on the table on a daily basis.
What killed capitalism? So the capitalist dream, or the American dream, whatever. What the capitalist dream is, if you start your business, if you go to school, you start your business, you work hard, you're gonna succeed. You're gonna make money, build your pension, you can buy a house and whatever.
Yes.
You know, this is an illusion. This does not exist anymore, especially with all these big ass corps. You just work as a slave, and you're always gonna. And inflation is gonna all your life. You start your life, you know, with things costing a certain amount, and then at the end of your days, it fucking quadrupled or even more in price, right? But everything just rises and rises and rises, and we have this illusion. Yeah, I'm earning more now than I was back in the day, but everything is costing more.
It's collateral.
Yeah. So
yeah, they do that shit like. On a daily basis. For instance, like my phone, it's almost broke, right? So I gotta buy a new one, and that's because I need it to communicate with my family and shit.
Yes.
And they just keep me just to buy a new phone from a big ass corp. I'm just one more of their
clients.
Fucking pieces on the chess table, like buying.
Yeah, I know how weird you guys want to get, but I'm pretty anti-system. That's the whole reason I came to Mexico, man. Like, I would just
you're gonna hate Mexico more than the people who already have the system. Me as a Mexican, I'll tell you why.
Tell me.
I'll tell you why. Because we've always been United States. I was gonna say little brother, but no, little servant.
Yeah.
We've always been that, and we've always been proud, and we've always been able to take advantage of that. Why? Because we have a bunch of Latin countries underneath us.
Yeah.
They're too far away from the big boss. You know, so we've managed to take advantage of that. We are actually the axis. We're the trampoline.
The middleman.
We're the middleman. Exactly. We've always been that. But we lost with the changes of government. We lost our position. Our position, or who we were, where we were advancing. Some people will hate me for saying this, but we had something going. We had middle class. We had a middle class. We had a middle class, but we had the richest and the poorest, of course, right? But we also had a middle class. We also had success at a reach right there. We probably will never reach it, but it was right there. Okay, cool. Okay, but what happens now? We're saying, okay, what's America doing right now? No, they're being woke. Okay, let's be woke.
No, so what? Here
yes,
in TJ,
incredibly,
and anything, because
that's just one example.
If I can, please. I just want to fill you in here, just to add to your story, because I've been to 3 places in Mexico: Yucatan, Oaxaca, and TJ, Baja California.
Yes,
and what, like, in Baja California, especially in TJ, it's almost like they want to be like Americans, man. I'm like, why? Why? Like that whole woke, idiotic culture that it's just like, oh yeah. People tell me, yeah, man, like trans people are fucking fun and you got white privilege. I'm like, man, fuck you, man. Like,
I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what was cool about the Americans from my standpoint. I'm a kid from the middle 80s. You know, so the 90s was where I came up. Okay, so this is what in my time, you are going to say this in a couple of 10 years, but I don't know if this is going to make sense to you right now. The cool thing about the United States were the opportunities and the way you could fucking reach the world through the States. That was awesome, right? Okay, cool. But you also had Americans who were just like cheap. We've always had that everywhere, correct? But you know what I'm saying, right? So this is where we're trending. Okay, let's go that way. So this is where we're going. Okay, let's go that way. Okay, people, we always had that cheap, right? Okay. Yeah. So we took what we only took as Mexicans is being following Kim Kardashian. Following Kim Kardashian, trying to be an influencer, trying to be this, trying to be that. You know? So
yeah, it's like that cheesy quote from one of the Rogan episodes. It's like weak men make hard times strong. That's
oh yeah.
Like you know the quote.
So it goes like hard times make tough men make relatively easy times, and easy times create weak men, and weak men create tough times, and that's the circle.
And do you think how far away do you think we're? Because I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I think we're in relative easy times, and we're going to like
because look at what's going on.
Like this. I'm not like I can speak for myself that I'm a bit tougher than the average Joe. So are you? You know, we
totally
like
what
we could have. What we
say
could
that again. I just lost.
That you guys
we're a bit tougher than the average Joe. Like we could have worked an office job.
Oh yeah,
and just be a slave of the system. But
we just took the choice.
Yeah, we just took the choice. Like, nah, man, I'm just gonna fight people for money.
But you know what? I think that's another way of being rebellious, which I would like to claim myself as being rebellious, like not following rules. Because if somebody will tell you know what's you're gonna work in a cubicle, that's what you're gonna do, Victor. You're gonna be like, fuck that, fuck that. And what are the choices that I have, right? Yeah. God knows what life gave you, Victor. You could only tell us right here at the Manolo Pod, right? What opportunities life gave you, but maybe life would give you. I don't know how crime is over in Netherlands, but maybe there's. I bet there's mafia. I bet there's a bunch of fucking underground shit that's going on. And I don't know if Victor had the opportunity from some friends telling him like, yo, we could either do this and fucking come up or whatever. And he was like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to go fight. Or I'm going to go, what are the opportunities you had in your life, right? Yeah. And it's a form of being rebellious, because what was the other option? You could always go and work at a cubicle, like I don't know where aquí todos trabajan in call centers. Yes. That's what they do.
To be that one of those motherfuckers.
I mean, and it's cool. You gotta get by. But we only do what we have in front of us. You know.
Yeah, sure. 100%.
What our opportunities are.
I think I was failing on that because I was working and I was getting good money. Just by talking to people, but somehow it was like I want to train, and I actually just pretty much save money from my work just so I can pay the bills and train. And then I was like, shit, I'm even working more than I'm training. That's why I moved here.
Question: how did you pick up English so well, man? Because you're quite young. You're like 23. You're 23. You're from Colombia, and you speak English pretty well. Like I've met other Colombians, and they don't know. They only know like.
Cocaine.
Yeah.
cheap cocaine.
Perico cocaine. Like how did you learn English?
Well, it was pretty much down school. My dad used to work on Massachusetts, so my mom he just the American dream, just go get your ass out of Colombia, go work wherever you can.
Miami or New York? Boston, okay. East side, right?
That's
right.
Just no, but Massachusetts,
yeah.
So yeah, okay. I just want to add something. Stereotyping is actually a defense mechanism.
Yeah,
I just put it out there. I'll just put it out there.
I mean, I love stereotypes every now and then.
Man, it
depends what place it comes from. Like if a stereotype, oh man, what did you do? Did you smoke a cocaine? It's funny because we're friends.
Yes,
you're Colombian. It's got a stereotype, right? Yeah. You can tell me, well, how did you get here? By plane or by bicycle? I'm gonna laugh, because I'm Dutch. So stereotyping and little racist jokes can be all fun, but you have to be familiar with one another, right?
Well, you got to be prudent. Right, you got to be educated, right? Yeah. We can think a million things, right? Yeah. As soon as we walk there, hey, nice to meet you, Victor. You can think a million things, but you got to be fucking respectful. That's the main thing in life. When I was younger, I did not believe in respect. Now I believe in respect.
Yeah, man.
Respect is the only fucking thing we actually have.
How come? What changed?
Just my age, I think. Life, you know, it took me it took me 36 years to start prioritizing life. You gotta have priorities. If you don't have priorities, I don't really trust you, man. You gotta have values. You gotta believe in something. You gotta believe in yourself, obviously, right? So respect. I was confused. I never had what we call a male model, you know, like a father or somebody. Yeah. Somebody to tell me, yo, this is the way. So I was always looking. At movies, TV, music, whatever. Rebel. Fuck the world, and fucking crime or whatever, right? So fuck everybody else. That's what I would think, you know.
Yeah.
But then to have relationships between friends, between girls, between everything, you gotta have respect. During work, you gotta have respect. You gotta have word. You gotta respect yourself first. Then you can respect somebody else.
Yeah, that was the point I was saying. Like, you can be an asshole, like on internet and shit, laughing about people and shit. But what really matters, what really matters is how you actually behave as someone who's on a daily basis working, struggling. I think that, of course, today social media has a lot of impact in the shit you say, you post, but it's not like 100% of your behavior.
I think what Manolo is saying as well is that, like, respect comes from a certain perspective that comes with age as well. Like, when you grow up, it's all about, who am I? What am I doing in this world? And like you said, once you get a goal in life, or like you say, certain priorities, which is very important, especially for men nowadays. You know, when as a man you get a priority, you get a certain goal, a certain ambition in your life. That's when you start to realize, okay, I know who I am, I know what I want to do with my life, and it's not all about me now anymore. You know, it's about you start to realize that it's not just one big Santi show or Victor show, Manolo show. You start to realize, hey man, I'm not gonna get there by myself. I need to surround myself with people, with a good team, with people that are like-minded. Totally. And I think as you get older, you start to value that more, and that's when you start to learn how to pay respect, because you realize you need people around you.
Yeah.
And if you don't respect, I'm talking about respecting everything that's asking for, that deserves respect. You know, like even money, you need to respect money.
Claro.
Yeah, man.
Right?
You can get in your head and you can just go fucking balls.
You can hate something that you can respect something that you hate. Exactly. What do you think about that one?
Yeah.
Like, respect has nothing to do with love or admiration.
With affection.
It's a very unique thing. You can respect something you utterly hate, and that's something you might want to think about. Like, you have to respect any kind of adversary or any kind of opponent in your life, and that can be like a fighter, or it can be like money or struggle.
You cannot fear them, but you can respect them. Like Islam, for instance, respect Charles, maybe boxing and shit. But he knew he was like, I know what I'm getting, you know, close to the ground with him, with Charles. He's dangerous, but he didn't necessarily need to fear that. He acknowledged respect. That, I think that's
because I think fear is a part of growing. Actually, I mean, I think we need fear. I think we should fear. This is what I think. I'm not a fighter. I can never be in your guys' shoes, never. But I think fear is something that at least I needed, so I can walk through that fear and that way grow.
I think you've said that really well. And first of all, it's never too late to learn how to fight, brother.
Oh, shit. It's taken me 2 years. This is my right now.
Second of all, some of the guys that appeared fearless, some of the most fearless motherfuckers in the world, like Mike Tyson, for example, you know, their life was full of anxiety, of fear.
And look at him now, how he talks about it.
Have you read Mike Tyson's book?
No.
Man, if I can, like, even if you don't like to read books, right? I'm telling you, Mike Tyson's book, which is, I think, Mike Tyson uncensored or I don't know, something like that.
You're talking about uncensored. Uncensored.
No.
Is that how he taught? how he thought? No? Okay. I didn't understand because it's uncensored. Uncensored? No, much respect to the greatest.
Yeah.
To the greatest.
All those
Something. I think it's something like Mike Tyson Undisputed or something.
He's the best,
bro.
best boxer
His
alive.
book, as one of the few books that we had training at 9 in the morning or 10 in the morning
today.
Like just for example, like it was a Monday night. We had training the next day, 10 in the morning. It was 2 o'clock at night, and I was like, man, fuck, okay, just one more chapter,
shit like that.
Like, man, I wanted to finish it.
Does he talk about his life?
Yeah, bro, and
these theories.
I get that one,
bro.
Last time that happened with me too, a book was with the Goggins one.
Yeah, I'll send you the pictures. One of the few books in my life that I could not stop reading, and it's a big one.
I got a stupid question.
Yeah. I'm not getting shares for selling this book.
He's plugging you gotta plug something for yourself. Everybody's going to fucking Fight Pass, 50% off. Everybody's fucking buying Mike Tyson's. Did you cry during that book?
No, I did not.
No.
I
said I'm a big fucking crier, dude. I was just reading Goggins' book. And I told you, right? When the credit cards when the credit cards arrived to the mom's house, that was her ticket out of an abusive relationship. And I started crying, dude. I was like, what the fuck? Because I already knew. I only read the first part. Fuck, I know what's going on. Oh, bitch. I was like, crier, dude.
I'm not really a crier, but what does bring tears to my eyes is like when a guy, it's all about MMA. I'm sorry, I'm so one track minded, but when a guy is getting fucked up,
have you seen Darren?
And he pulls off a win, you know what I mean?
Oh fuck yeah, fuck yeah.
Have you seen Darren Elkins, Mirsad Bektik?
No.
What is that?
Bro, that's one of the.
But what was that?
Mirsad Bektik against Darren Elkins.
Oh, okay, a fight. Yeah. I know Darren Elkins. Yeah.
Shit, man, that was a huge. That was fucking badass comeback, like straight up.
Yeah, I love comebacks. I love comebacks. Bring tears to my eyes. And it's not just fights; it's also in life. When a guy has gone, like you said, like the woman going through an abusive relationship, they've been getting their ass kicked all their lives, and then somehow they know how to make a comeback. I love that. I love a good comeback story, and that's Mike Tyson for you. I love this book. He talked about, man, his mom used to whore herself out, and he used to sleep in the same bed as his mom while his mom was working. Yeah, while she was working, bro. When he was a kid, man. That's God damn. It's such man. It's such an interesting story.
God damn.
And no wonder he was that mentally fucked when like anytime they put a camera on him, he just start talking, and it was like, man, this guy's definitely on cocaine or something.
Yeah.
And he just, because he came from such a dark place. So it took him quite a while. I think it took him at least 40 years to find.
Do you think he realizes now how wise he is?
Yeah, he's super wise, man.
I mean, we can see that, but do you think do you think somebody that's so wise realizes how wise he is, or realizes how little he knows?
Oh, yeah, I think he just hit the
nail on the
head with that one. That's it. I think he's a very humble student of life now. He's got that mentality. He used to be, because when it's a young man's game, when you're young, you think, I know every goddamn thing. And once you get older, you start to realize, there's not a single thing I know. I know nothing. And then once you get that humble mentality, life becomes way more enjoyable, I think.
It's when, and also it's when things, when you succumb to knowledge.
Yeah.
To knowledge, to experience, to not, because it's a strong word that gets confused, right? Being not submissive, but when you succumb, when you fucking let your guard down, not to another man, not to, because it could get confused like that, and it shouldn't, right? But when you succumb to experience, to life, to universe, to whatever, is when shit starts fucking pouring into you. Shit that'll make you grow. Shit that'll fucking illuminate you.
Yeah.
Correct? Do you have a philosophy in life, Victor, which you live by?
Like a code or a philosophy?
Well, yeah, it could be a code or something that you are living by now.
Well, that's a good question. I'm only 28, so I'm quite young to come up with a life philosophy, I think, because I think I'm still...
You know what? You seem older by the way you talk. For real. Honestly. Because look at me. I try to stay young. Do I feel like 15 or no? Try to be happy, baby.
Well, I think I've been through some adversity, but everyone's been through their kind of adversity. You know, there's a reason I'm here living in Tijuana as a Dutch guy who comes from a first world country.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah, sure. 100%, man.
You
just fucking put yourself in there.
You came all the way from Colombia. You know, I don't know much of your story, Manolo, with all the respect, but, you know, I can feel like everyone's had a rough patch. Yeah. And I think those define you. They can make or break you. And I've had a few...
Have you seen the Top G?
Yeah. Oh, Andrew Tate.
What is it? Oh, yeah.
Oh, he was like, trauma can make or break a man.
Really?
And
I just got a question. Is his nickname the Top G?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
That's awesome, dude. That's
I think that's the nickname internet gave him.
The Top
I don't know, maybe.
G. Okay.
You know what I like about Andrew Tate is that I don't agree with everything he says.
Not me neither.
Then I watched his interview. I was like, man, okay. When he speaks up about the system and about the government, and he just tells you, he tells you like the government is being controlled by banks and whatever, and like if you think you have any kind of influence with your silly vote, you're being a retard. Yes. I'm like, yeah, man, you tell him, right?
But what do you do there? What do you do if you don't have any pull with your vote? What do you do?
What do you mean?
As a citizen, okay, like me, I've never voted in my life.
Yeah.
Neither in Mexico or the States. I've never voted in my life. Because I always thought, like, what's this change? Like, I remember when people were saying, "Oh, Trump is going to be in office, everything is."
Why didn't you vote ever in your life? Because some deep down, you didn't believe it'd make a difference, right? Or am I just putting words in your?
Maybe deep down, I thought that.
But you just didn't care. You just didn't care.
I really don't care.
Yeah, and that's the same, man. With I just didn't care. But I have to say, as a kid already, I was super anti-system. Like super, like I would sit in class and they would teach me about Second World War, and I would go like, and I would go, okay, and then I would go back home. And when we were kids, when I was, you know, you have to understand, internet was exploding. When that was something like every household were buying computers, like not my household, but like my friends had computers and school had a computer, and now all of a sudden with this whole new source of information, like what your teacher said wasn't necessarily the only source of information you had. So I went home and I went like, Adolf Hitler, who the fuck is that guy? Who's Stalin?
Yeah, I actually had the same, quite a few same thing for history, actually war. And
but you grew up with the internet, no?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right.
No, it just came.
You're talking about the
it just came. The
2001s, 2002s, right?
Right. It just came around the block. So that's when I started. When I just went on the internet, and I came back the next day or next week in class, and then we picked up where we left up on the topic, and it was like,
and you need some other shit. Yeah.
Well, sir, that's not what I've learned. You know, I read something else.
There's actually, I haven't quite shared this point of view, but if you notice internet, just like Manolo, it's you had to go to a library to pick up a book and try to do your homework.
Yes.
Victor had it just like that transition.
Yeah, I had the transition,
and I've been some sort of same transition, but I can imagine next generations, they're just gonna.
But here's the crazy thing. What I think about the next generation after you, that I think that for that time, it's gonna be all veered into some direction. Because right now we still have like free freedom of speech in the internet. You could still find it, but I think there's going to be a point where this shit's going to be controlled as well.
No, they're already trying. But like, if I can say one thing, I believe, and maybe I'm just hoping, but I believe the internet will always
remain undefeated.
Undefeated.
Always remain undefeated.
It remains undefeated.
Like,
it's sorry for interrupting you.
No, please.
Like, if one positive thing about the internet is that people actually learned, like, the government is actually full of shit most of the time. Like, we learned that the past 2 years, you know, with COVID and all these regulations, oh fuck, the government is lying. Oh, the government is corrupt, even though we live in a very nice country like the States or the Netherlands. Like, your government is totally for sale.
It exposed everybody.
Yeah, and the internet is just undefeated, and it's very hard. Of course, they come up with ways to censor it, but they just come up with a new platform, you know. And then they're always going to be one step behind. And I just love it. I think that's a very good thing about the internet. There's a lot of bad shit, but that's a good thing. It's a new source, uncontrollable source of information that cannot be controlled.
It's impossible. And that's like
now it's impossible. Yeah. But there's gonna be the who do they target? They target the 14, 15, the 13-year-olds. You know, YouTube makes its main revenue from kids.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, so what's gonna happen? You and I, we all know that we got the deep web, right? Yeah. We all know that. But the 13-year-old, the 14-year-old, the 15-year-old, it's not gonna know that, you know. So it's gonna be up to those roles. But I'm gonna bring it back to Colombia. This is what happens. Before, they could just fucking go on a plane fucking straight to Florida with fucking 1,000 pounds of cocaine. That was cool. Now we got the radars. Oh shit. Oh, let's bring it in boat. Okay, cool. Oh, let's drop it from the Bahamas.
Submarines.
Cool. Now submarines. Yo, you can just buy a submarine because they'll know, oh, let's make our own submarines. Colombians are the motherfuckers. I'm telling you.
Know, bro.
I'm proud of you.
And it's
but that doesn't
bother me.
But that doesn't speak about Colombians. That speaks about human nature. What we're talking about, the internet. We'll always find a way fucking get around shit. You know
something funny? It was the Adesanya podcast. He was listening to the podcast on him, and they come up with the idea that a Nigerian scams on the internet. Like
the prince, the prince.
One motherfucker sold an airport to a government in Brazil.
I read that news.
A shitload of money.
That's crazy, huh?
It was just an internet scam. They just rip off the government selling an airport, man. If you want to look,
but you know why it's crazy? My young Jamie didn't come, dude. Fucking. But you know what's crazy? Have you ever gotten a scam call?
Yeah, man. I had a lot of messages once arrive here.
I once had a scam call where I picked up and this girl was screaming, Dad, oh, they're trying to whatever me, screaming, right? And I was like, what the fuck? And then this guy, mira, cabrón, hijo de la chingada, si no quieres que tu hija, que no sé qué, no, y empecé, I started telling him, no, please leave my daughter alone, please leave my daughter alone.
Went with it.
Yeah, I went with it, right? And just went with it, just see how far it took it. When we hung up, because he fucking noticed, because I told him, like, whatever, suck my dick or whatever, right? Rape her, use a condom if you're gonna fuck her or whatever. I said something like that, some crazy shit like that I told him, right? She said, oh, just use a condom, please. Something crazy like that. I started saying.
I was getting those kind of messages. It was like, we know where you live. We know everything about you. We got pictures.
You don't know everything, baby. You don't know these fucking blades. You tell
here
them?
In Tijuana. Fuck, man. I'm alone here.
How much do you identify as a Colombian?
100%, man.
100%.
For instance,
are you proud of your country? Are you proud of your roots?
Well, to be honest, I'm really dumb about it. I haven't actually made that question myself.
You're pretty young still, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're not a kid. You're a man, but you're a young man. And even though I'm only 5 years older than you, there's a significant difference between 23 and 28.
That's
5 years
man.
is the difference.
Yeah.
5 years is the difference.
Yeah. And
it's not the same like a difference between
5 years is a generation gap, honestly.
Yeah, for instance.
Yeah, you're pouring him down, huh?
That's no much.
Don't judge me, Victor.
No,
don't judge me.
I'm not judging you, man. I'm loving it. I love it, man. I wish
I'm having fun, man.
I wish I could join you, man. But I gotta fight in 6 days.
No. Do your thing. You're gonna kill it. But yeah.
So you were talking.
Well, it was like it's not like the same to have a 5-year difference between a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old. They both think they're dinosaurs.
Yeah,
right.
But I'll tell you something. Imagine a 15-year-old and a 20-year-old.
20-year-old.
That's a whole different ballgame. That's a generation, dude.
23-year-old and against it.
Especially with the speed of technology that's developing. Like if I look like kids who are 22, they're way more into TikTok than I am. Like I don't give a shit about TikTok. I don't even have TikTok. But that's like their main form of communication and entertainment. They just do 15 hours of TikTok every day.
What year were you born?
93. December 93.
You know what? I'm starting to get the feeling that Victor is sort of like my year. Why? Because it's those years where you're not either from there or from here. Because there's generations that fucking that have everything established.
It's a damn century between like it's not
But
the 90s
yeah.
and 2000s.
Like for me, the transition was that pre-internet and then internet.
Yeah.
So I was just getting the hang of this shit, and oh fuck, now I gotta get the hang of this shit. So I'm not either from here or from there.
You're from 86?
84.
84. Okay, yeah. Yeah, well, I have a brother that age. He's I've got a brother. He's 34. So, you know, he doesn't have any social media. Doesn't have Instagram, doesn't have Facebook. He's like, nah, man, I want to get sucked into that.
That's great for him.
Yeah, and I respect that choice. And I was like, man, you're not missing out. Let me tell you.
Yes. Okay, but to answer our question, how do you feel about your country?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of things I don't like, to be honest. Like,
of course,
most of the common problems, corruption, people full of shit. But I do feel like I am who I am because of my country. Like,
yeah, but let me pause you there. Your country, your government does not define your country.
Yeah.
Like, and it doesn't define you.
That's my point. Yeah, because for instance, I'm not on that media political shit. I don't feel nothing about that, and I don't feel identified as that because I don't got any political position and shit. But my country itself, I love the food. I love the people. I love I love a lot of country. Yeah, I do like my country.
Awesome.
Just man. I don't like that what I do for a living fits in there. That's the thing. So I can't be a
Why not?
Because it's like there's no more gyms. People do not take some shit seriously. They are now. They're trying it, but it's like if I can skip that and go just throw myself to the wolves, why not?
Yeah, of course.
There's a place in Mexico.
Some people, I don't know if they're gonna see these from Colombia. Maybe a couple of friends and shit. But it's like they're so way behind Mexico in MMA that it's like, why should I keep? I just realized that, and it's like, stay here, get a comfortable job, get my mom right, beside me, or just go out there and be happy. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I'm not happy with my mom, but that's the price you gotta pay.
Yeah, well, it's more like an invitation for your friends, right? Like, yo, come over here, or yo, let me bring something back.
I will just go for it. See a couple of friends. You need friendship. You need to get along with people. But family first, man. If you have a healthy family, though. Yeah. Because there's cases, right? If you have a healthy family, I'm just going back there to stay time with them, because being far away from them made me realize how valuable time is. Yes. So I need to go back.
Yes. No, it's healing.
Maybe if I can just get them, I'll keep fighting and getting better fights, better paychecks. I'm gonna bring them here, or I don't know where. But
it's healing, right, Victor? Your family, is in Netherlands.
Yeah.
Mom, dad, brothers,
mom, and my brothers. Yeah.
Like, what's your background? Like, if whatever you can say, like
Dutch, as far as I know, but we have very short family ties. Let's say it like that. Like, my mom was in, I think, what we call an abusive relationship. So she just packed her bags and our bags and said, yeah, let's fuck off.
Were you young when that happened?
I was about 6. So
do you remember your dad, or?
Yeah, I do. I met him. We've hung out, but last time I saw him I was about 16. So that's been a while. Mm-hmm. So he was just but my mom claims that she's got gypsy roots.
What is that? What is gypsy roots?
So gitano.
Yeah, but where are they, like, from? Because I've always heard of gypsies.
I only know because of Tyson Fury.
I've heard of gypsies from Egypt.
Yeah, well,
or Spain.
Well, I guess what defines you as a gypsy is that you just need to travel around the like these people with how do you say it? Back in the day, a gypsy was someone whose home was actually just a wagon on wheels with a horse in front of it. Yeah, like nomads, and they would just travel, right?
But do they have like a root country?
Yeah, I think it's Eastern Europe, like Romania. But then that's like centuries ago. And then I
Way
think,
back, man. How old is the war?
yeah, and I think my mother claims that because on the border of France and Spain, there's like a bunch of gypsies, man. There's like a bunch of jippos and like a few jippos, like there's a few tribes of them. And my mom claims that her dad is from there and her mom is Dutch. So that kind of, but you know, look at me, man. I don't really look like a gypsy, do I?
Yeah, no. Well, they're a little bit tanner.
Yeah, they are. They're like, well, they look more like you guys, to be honest. They got dark hair, right? And
That goes Turkish, Romanian.
yeah, somewhere like that. But I don't know. So that's very hard to tell because no family tree, no history. When I talk about my mom to it, it's just like, I don't know. It's an interesting story. But
She's a wise woman.
yeah, she is. My mom is fun, man. Like, shout out to you, mom. Like, she's...
Shout out to the mom. What's her name?
Moms always see podcasts. My mom is a fan of this podcast too. I don't know if she
so I gotta be careful, you know. But my
Yeah, so just tell her hi.
her name is Miriam Liliana Gitan. So her last name is actually gypsy.
With a G? Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
So she's I mean, she had 3 boys and she did it by herself. So she was the mom and the dad. So she raised us the hard way, you know, and like a Mexican mom.
Like a totally. You sure she's not Mexican?
My mom and my grandma were hard too. Man.
Your mom was raised you alone as well, right?
I mean,
Well, kind of like.
Oh yeah, to a certain point, right?
Yeah, to a certain point. Yeah. Well, it was my granny, and then my mom, but it was like, yeah, they're true.
Yeah.
Me and my brothers, we used to fight.
At the final stage of my early teenage days, my dad.
Your dad. Oh, so you got him to
I got along with him.
Teenagers.
Cool guy.
You had a role model then,
Yeah,
right?
I had quite a role model. He made himself present.
Oh, that's awesome.
Despite being abroad. And that's what a man do, man. I mean,
That's what a man does, yeah.
He calls us every day. He sends us hand letters and pictures, and he let us know that we had a dad, even though that I didn't meet him until I was like 6 years old.
Yeah.
And that's why we flew to the States. And my sister has always been very clever. When we came back, mom didn't speak English. We neither were kids. And my sister was like, I don't want to be incommunicated, mom. And mom just enrolled us on English lessons.
Hell yeah. That was a great step.
So how old were you when you first started speaking English?
Yeah, pretty much when I was 7 years old, I started going on Saturdays, just Saturdays, 4 hours. They gave us homework during the week. And that took up to I was like 15 years old. And then I graduated, and then when I went, I was training, and I just got outside. I finished high school. My mom told me, like, you got 2 choices. You go to a college, or you just live home and work.
And how are you with your dad right now? How are you with your dad right now?
He passed away, no?
He passed away when I was a little kid. Like,
Oh, sorry. Did I miss that?
No, it's okay.
No, he didn't say it.
Oh.
But I already knew.
Yeah.
Right.
He passed away when I was like 12 years old.
Oh, damn. And do you ever ask about your dad to your mom?
I met him.
No, but do you ever ask about what was my dad like? Like, you know what I mean? Because when you're 12, right?
It's crazy how moms, I don't know about your mom, but like my mom always talks about, my dad's passed away also when I was 5, but she talks, oh, he was the greatest, man. Does your mom talk about your dad like that as well?
Thank God. Thank God.
Oh, he was the greatest, man.
Thank God his dad actually.
Oh, not for you, right? or yeah.
No, my mom doesn't speak very positive.
Yeah, that's what I say. Thank God, man, because that's helpful somehow.
But it's funny, if you want to know something weird, is that it's funny how much I am like my dad, and I never had a relationship with the guy.
DNA, baby.
Yeah, and that's DNA. DNA is a powerful thing, man.
Yeah,
like, if you want to know something, in 2018, so I'm a grown ass man. You know, I reconnected with I think it's my cousin. She was, I think she was about 18. So she was a bit younger than I am. But I hadn't seen her in ages, since I was like a kid, like 6 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hadn't seen her in ages. So she followed me. She found me on Instagram. That's the lovely thing about social media.
Yes.
If we follow back, at first we didn't like any pictures. I just liked her pictures, but we didn't talk.
Yeah.
It was a bit awkward. I didn't know how to. And then this is actually a funny thing. So my friend asked me, who's an MMA fighter as well, like, hey man, my cousin is into you. And I'm like, man, I'm not into your cousin. I'm like, okay, do you have any cousins? I said, well, I just have one cousin, but I don't really know her.
But it was her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we just reconnect on Instagram, but this is her Instagram. He said, oh man, I'm going to talk to your cousin. Like, you're not going to talk to her. I don't even talk to her. Like, it's super awkward. So then we started talking, and then we met up.
Who started talking to you and your cousin?
Yeah, I started talking to my cousin, and she's 18 at the time. I'm 25, something like that. So she just started at university, something like that. And I'm already training as an MMA fighter. I'm like, hey, how you doing? I said, yeah, good. It's been fucking ages, you know. And then like I have a very vague memory of you. Like, yeah, me too. Let's meet up. And we just met up. And I started very positive, and then it got emotional, got very emotional, because they've been told like many stories of how I was and how my dad was and stuff. So so
all the family thinks you're exactly like your father.
So they don't know. They don't know what I'm like. I didn't know what my father was like. I did know, but didn't know. And then just by the stories of my mom, and they were never fucking, you know, they were just, your dad was the devil and a narcissist motherfucker. And, you know, I just, okay, if that's the only point of reference that you go by, you see, it's not a lot. But my dad is not on the internet, doesn't have Instagram, you know, he's old school, you know, so it's very hard for me to find anything about him. So
do you have contact with him?
No,
and if you could, can you reach him?
I don't even know if he's still breathing.
Oh.
So I reconnected with my cousin, and then it got a bit emotional, which was actually beautiful in hindsight. You know, I cried, she cried, and I'm not really a crybaby, but it was nice. And I could feel that she was like my tribe, you know. I could feel like there was some genetic.
Yeah, man, that's powerful.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Yeah.
And then she said, "Would you like to meet your uncle and my parents? So your uncle and aunt,
brother of your father?
Yeah. So his brother and his wife." I was like, man, that's a lot to take. I just had this roller coaster with you. She said, well, you know, you might as well keep riding it. So we went to her home, and we just said, well, and then my aunt started crying right away because I hadn't seen her in like 15 years.
Do you look like your father?
I don't know.
Or do you look like your mom?
I look like my mom is like, my mom could be like a small Mexican woman. Yeah, that's why she says she's got gypsy roots, because she's dark.
Oh, okay.
She's like morena. She's not morena, but she's got black hair. She's brunette.
Your dad had the Viking genes.
Must have been. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I think that's how nature works.
I gotta add something here. Cause yeah, that's the story of your dad, of your mom. That's my story of my dad, of my mom. And there's people who don't even talk to their mother, which is, to me, is fucking incredible. But we don't know what baggage, what story our parents had.
Yeah.
You know, what maybe your father was carrying.
Oh man, that's what they told me, man. Like, I went to visit my uncle and my aunt. So his brother, it was very positive thing. Well, first some crying happened, you know, from my aunt's part. I already did enough crying that day, so I was like, yeah, I'm happy to be here. And then it just slammed down tons of books with pictures and stuff. And they start telling about what my dad was like, and I was like, damn, your dad was a karate champ and stuff. I was like, man, my dad was
crazy.
My dad was into martial arts. I didn't know that.
That's fucking wild.
Your dad,
that's wild.
Your dad was a karate champ, and he was a judo black belt. I was like, I didn't know that shit.
That's wild.
I didn't know anything about my dad, and he was major into. He used to teach at the gym, and he was a ladies' man. Like I teach at the gym.
Ladies,
soy mujeriego también. You know,
but that's crazy.
Yeah, bro. I was like, man,
fighting is in your genes. Then.
Yeah, I was like, man, that's sick. I didn't know anything about that, man. And they told me, and they said, your dad always hated like the government, very anti-system. Like, man, I like that, bro. I never had a grown-up conversation with this man.
Incredible.
But it's like copy paste.
Yeah.
But I know my dad messed up, and they told me some information. I'm not gonna go on that, but they told me why he was that messed up, why they were that messed up, and I saw like, well, you know,
everybody
forgiven, right? I was like, okay, well, I understand now why my dad was being such a weird dude. You know, why he was so how you say, unbonafide, like he wasn't really.
And that's actually kind of healing.
Yeah, it was like, man, that's okay. And then so that's like my grandpa was a crazy guy. My dad was a crazy guy. So I'm not gonna be that guy, man. You know.
And are you and your brothers alike, personality wise?
Yeah, I think we are. But we are also very different. We're very different.
Would you say that generally speaking, of course, that the Netherlands people or Dutch people are hard, or no, we're not. Because as somebody who's in the other side of the world,
we're talking about this actually like hard people. We're talking about Russians.
Oh yeah,
like the Stalin.
Motherfuckers are hard. Stuff. At least generally, right?
I wanted to make this reference, like the Dagestan Chronicles, that documentary on YouTube. Like what I think it's in that documentary, I don't know, but they say, "What's in the water here? Why is everyone so tough?" And that's what they say in English, like, "What's in the water?" When they want to say, like, "What's everyone taking? That everyone's so tough, right? What's happened here?"
Just look around.
This Dagestani coach, he takes it too literally, right? Like, "What's in the water? Blood's in the water." Like, because they've been in war forever.
Yes.
You know, and that's why the guys are so tough. And the Russians are super tough, man. Like, hard climate makes hard people.
Totally. Or makes you take decisions, right? Because I remember, I don't know if this point's going to come across like it did for me a year ago or 2 years ago. Like, I remember fucking going, because you got some tough fucking colonias around here, you know, like, what would you call, like, hoods, right? Tough hoods. Barrios, like tough, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I remember just being there once and thinking, because you know the statistics here about fucking drug dealing, about fucking homicides, about all that shit, stealing, all that shit. You know that, right?
Here in TJ.
It's pretty heavy, but it's heavy. Like where you guys live, where we live, it's pretty chill, right? Most of the times. But and TJ's so big, right? But I remember going there and going, dude, if I would have grown up here, I would be doing the same, man. I would have fucking killing
your surrounding.
Fucking
man.
Dude, I want to get the fuck out of here. You know,
that's tough.
That would be my only thought every fucking single day. Yo, what I have to do.
And now there's a problem I think that we would come along with. It's like a lot of people from Venezuela just got deported to TJ. And
deported to TJ?
Yeah, from the States.
From the States?
Ah, okay.
Deported to TJ because States sometimes they just send you back to Mexico and
they'll send you wherever. The States will send you wherever. Like if you're a Mexican, I've heard stories from Mexican people that end up in fucking Salvador or whatever. Like what the fuck? They'll just put your ass over there.
Plane
fuck around with them.
Have a nice fucking trip.
Yeah, no way.
Nice vacation and fuck.
The States, but something else.
Those dudes knew how to do it.
You know, I've been. Like most of the people.
You need a visa to go to Santiago?
It's different. We need an ESTA. So that's because I got a European passport. I'm quite privileged to go to the United States. That's the white privilege.
That's the white privilege.
That's when it kicks in. Like, but
I want to start this. Okay. But that privilege, you were probably born into it or whatever, right?
Yeah, but it's not his fault. It's not his choice.
But something must have happened to earn that privilege. Isn't fucking handed out. Privilege is earned, I think. I don't know what Holland did. What was their position during the World War II or whatever?
New York was called New Amsterdam first. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Well, it was. We were like.
So there you go.
Yeah, so it was
the first colonizers there, or what?
Yeah, not the first because the Vikings been there, the Egyptians been there, like maybe 13,000 years ago. You know, we don't know, but to modern society, like the history books that we have, we were one of the first people to really start building shit there, and that's why a lot of the architecture in New York and a lot of the street names are Dutch, like Haarlem in New York.
Harlem is a Dutch word?
It's a Dutch city. I live in, like, Haarlem is a town next to Amsterdam. I live in Haarlem.
Oh. That's where you were born?
Yeah.
Where you were raised?
No, I was born and raised in Amsterdam and Haarlem, both of them. But I was born in Amsterdam.
So you're from Amsterdam?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, the capital, right?
Yeah, the capital. But then there's a lot, like Broadway. Broadway is it used to be Broodweg, which means bread, the bread street.
But how do you say Broadway?
Broadway.
But how do you say in Dutch?
The Broodweg.
Broodweg.
Yeah, we roll the R.
I got a question. What is it? Because I tried to learn that word, but I always forgot it. When summer starts and girls, it's skirt day. How do you say it? Brohitska or what is it?
No sé.
When summer starts, there's a word for the beginning of summer in Netherlands. And it's something like translated to skirt day. Or is it? Or am I making that up?
Rokjesdag? No sé.
No, they don't have a word for that.
Could be, bro, but I'm very unfamiliar with the Dutch culture like that. Maybe you know more than I do. I'm sorry.
Okay, there is a word. There is a word.
I bet there is, man. I bet there is.
But the girls wear skirts a lot during the summer.
I wish they did.
I wish they did.
But they do or no?
Yeah, of course they do. But we have a.
That's a good answer.
No, we got a nice climate. It's very mild. So we got, if it snows, it's only like 2 weeks. But then also if it's like.
Wait, is it hot like in here?
No, it's
Cause last month,
there's actually
summer here was fucking horrible, man.
Yeah.
I hate it.
The Dutch weather is just full of rain, just like 6 months a year. It's just raining, and then
My home city
it's a very mild. So it's not very cold, but it's not very hot either.
Oh,
it's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I don't like hot places.
Yeah, me neither.
But it's very unpredictable, like TJ weather. So it can rain today. And then tomorrow it's fucking 30 degrees.
Have you seen there's like 32 degrees on Wednesday, and now it's coming all the way down to 20 tomorrow.
No, you wake up, you grab a jacket because it's fucking raining, and at the middle of the day you have a sweater, and then now it's fucking summer. It's crazy out here, but it's a good weather. It's a good weather.
What I was about to make a point, but I forgot my.
Yeah, about fucking Broadway.
Oh, so yeah, so that I love history, you know. So the Dutch and the English were actually competing about what language are we going to speak in the States. Is it going to be Dutch or is it going to be English? And as you can see,
it turned out
I'm speaking a lot of English right here.
but what? The British came first, or?
And that's, I think British is
Dutch?
another.
It's not who. It's not about who came first. It's about who
did it best.
Yeah, who did it best. Who made the best moves, and well, evidently the British. You know, and that's why. But still,
that's a fucking old country.
If you have like a European passport, if you have a passport from the European Union, you can enter the States quite easily. And that's what I wanted to say about the visa. You asked me about the visa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We got sidetracked a bit again. So I had to pay like, I don't know, $15, not that much. And then I just have to answer a list of questions. And just very simple questions like, are you planning on... Are you planning to
terrorize or whatever?
To do a terroristic attack on the United States of America?
Nope.
Yes or no? Nope. Are you planning?
If everybody who's planning to do that shit would say yes, I'm here. Fuck
They
you.
go crazy. But if you do that, so story is if you do that, you can't get in for 2 years.
Oh shit!
So they like even if you say
fucking around,
because they just for fucking around. They don't have a sense of humor. Those gringos, man. So,
no, you don't fucking.
Yeah, man, they don't. Like you see. This like, are you gonna traffic arms? Yes or no? Are you gonna traffic drugs? Yes or no? Are you gonna traffic humans?
I'm pretty sure that paper might be used against you in some way. You know, like if they catch you doing some shit, hey, it's 2 more years because of this or whatever.
Most people here in TJ or Mexico, when they see me, especially in TJ, they think I'm an American, right? Because well,
you look like one.
I look one. I sound like one
from New Jersey.
Yeah, but when I'm in America, they know I'm not American. Sometimes,
really.
Well, not because I'm tall and I look different. I just look different than them. It's like,
it's weird, right?
Not all white people look alike, I guess.
But you know what? It is. There is a different look. There is a different look. There's a European look and there's an American look. Yeah. Honestly, I cannot fucking always tell it, but I can see it sometimes.
It's probably the way I walk and my energy.
You know what it is? You know? The eyes, Chico. They never lie. They're harder, dude. I'm telling you, European people are a little bit harder. I don't know. Please take it as it is. No, it's like sort of a compliment. You know.
You know who they're hard to? Asians.
Asians are the fucking shit, dude.
Fucking
Asians
tough,
are,
man.
and the most racist too. Love my Asian people. Yeah. Love my Asian. Shout out to my Asian people.
Yeah, I know they're super. Yeah, they are. But then.
And I have an interview with a friend who's
once Asian. I was having like talking about hard people. I was taking with Quiñones. I was talking with him.
Oh yeah, shout out Quiñones.
He was like, we were talking about bones clashing, blood, cuts and shit. Yeah. And he made actually a very good point about like everybody thinks it's gonna hurt. Fuck yeah, it's gonna hurt. Clashing bones and kicking people, that's gonna hurt. But they do not realize how hard a human being can be.
Totally.
And it's the other way around. It's like if you see a brain, that's what makes us different. If you see a brain, I don't know if you see this science shit, like it's called bodies, where they took like muscles and skulls and just put it in a museum.
Yeah, bodies. Yeah.
People
bodies
that bodies.
Bodies world, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. You see, I saw a brain and a spinal cord.
Who saw that? You?
Yeah, I was on
Okay.
I was on the internet, and then one of my friends comes around like, you see that shit right there? That's building rockets. That shit's building nuclear weapons. That shit's been that's cool, man.
That's trippy, but you said something
trippy.
right here, like you don't realize how hard the body is, right? And you feel it right here, right? And it's squishy, even for fighters like you, right? Who are fucking hard ass people, right? Disciplined people, but you touch them and it's just like me, right? Not like me, right? But but it's the same squishy skin, right?
You go
But what's harder though? Okay, here's some metaphor, right? What's harder, a rock, a solid rock, or a body?
I saw it. I don't know. It depends on
A rock, if you hit it hard enough, it'll break.
a body too.
But it'll break here, something weird, right? Something spiritual. Something. I mean, your bones will break.
Yeah,
I don't know. I was just thinking out loud. You know.
My whole point was about the brain. Like, if we go out in nature, we're just a fucking yellow, like a bag of organs for most predators on Earth.
Yeah.
If you go without a fucking shotgun, now you can just fuck them up.
Yes. Yes.
They
Yes.
know that.
Yeah, it's like.
Most animals know not to mess with humans.
Yeah. Yep.
But
They evolved to that point, right?
But but some animals, they don't give a fuck though. Or like I was like.
I think most attacks in nature are not because they're trying to eat you. I mean, there's been bear attacks, bears that just woke up from hibernation.
Attacks to humans.
Yeah. Bears that just woke up from hibernation and they're actually starving. Yeah, then you're fucked.
Yeah.
But I think most attacks from apex predators to humans is because they're usually in their territory, close to their cubs or something, right?
Yeah.
Or close to their kittens or whatever you want to call
It's
it.
protection and survival.
Protection and like, fuck off. You shouldn't be here. And also, humans trespassing on territory scares deer away. And sometimes, I've heard that a lot, like bears, they stalk their prey, sometimes for hours. Or big cats as well.
Yeah, big cats
like
too.
cougars or whatever, they stalk their prey for hours. Then the human comes in, oh, fucking lovely here, isn't it? And then they scare off the deer.
That was a lovely American accent.
Yeah, and then the deer's like, motherfucker, well,
Yeah,
I guess you're my food now, you see?
You know,
Never mess with a man's food.
You see?
For real.
Yeah.
you know who's this jiu-jitsu coach, John Danaher?
Yeah, John Danaher.
Let me take a leak real quick. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourself. We can wrap it up if you
Because there's this guy whose name is Lex Friedman, got a podcast. You know Lex Friedman?
Lex Friedman. I know the name. I don't know if I don't know.
That dude's a fucking brain.
Oh, I do know who it is, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they just got a podcast on,
Okay,
and they were talking about like fighting animals, like a lion fighting a grizzly bear and a gorilla.
Yeah.
And I was just
You know this stuff happened all the time back in the day, right?
like Romans did that.
Yeah, bro, they did.
Yeah, man, Romans did so, and I learned that shit on that podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was like, when I was a kid, I was thinking like, okay, a gorilla and a lion, and you were only playing with toys and shit.
It's hypothetical. Like,
Yeah,
who would win? Who would win,
yeah.
right?
And this dude down here just breaks everything down to like, okay, let's see how we can make to win a war. In a war, you need endurance.
Yeah.
You need to submit your opponent.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
need tactics.
Just the way he speaks is very, very thrilling.
And I was like, okay, that makes sense. If we go in a match with a bear and a gorilla, the bear has a lot of endurance. They can stalk their prey for hours, man.
Yeah.
And the best way that bears kill their prey is just to pin them and eat them alive. It's very barbaric.
Yeah.
That's what he said. I'm just basically paraphrasing.
Yeah.
And then he comes to a lion, and he makes a lot of points of a lion fighting a bear. It's like if you see the prey that the bear must eat, it's like deer and caribou. And they're not like they're big bulls, but they're not as dangerous, for instance, as a Cape buffalo. That is a lion's meal, and they take down that.
Yeah.
And if you notice, when lions fight, they fight to the death, man, most of the time.
Well, it's also that I like to follow these savage nature pages on Instagram.
Yeah,
Me too.
that's
like
Nature's metal.
Nature's metal, the dark side of nature.
Yeah.
Like the first thing, like when males fight, as what the like fucking Reeboks as lions, the first thing they target is the balls, bro.
Yes.
That's the first thing they target. Like, I'm gonna go for your balls. Because even like if I get mentioned to rip your balls of your body, you're gonna bleed to death in 6 minutes, and if you survive, you're not gonna procreate, bud. So it's a savage world out there, and we forget that sometimes.
Yeah, man. That's what I was telling you, that
We have this, you know, Disney has taught us that we have this like this Lion King idea of nature. It's like, oh my god, it's so sad, those animals would fucking play with you and then kill you whenever they feel like it.
It's like that Chris Rock joke. Remember that Chris Rock joke? That remember those white tigers that were in Las Vegas with, I don't remember the names of 2 guys.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden one of those tigers fucking bit off the fucking face of, I don't know, whatever, of one of the trainers.
There's like a ton of incidents like that.
And the people, whoa, the tiger went crazy.
That's a fucking that's
the tiger went tiger, yo.
Yeah, the tiger went tiger.
That's all that happened, man.
You know, when there's something that's real fucked up, you can tell you're dealing with Californians or Americans when you see comments like this. It was like I think there was a mountain lion or cougar, as they call it in the States, and it went into the city to hunt pets. So dogs or cats, something like that, just to eat, because the forest was burned down. Because California forest fires happen all the time.
Yes.
So it couldn't eat, couldn't hunt in the forest because the forest was gone. So he went into gardens and stuff to hunt,
kill dogs and shit,
and kill dogs to eat. And I swear to God, like there's so many politically correct dumb shit you can say about this, but this woman chose to say, if only we would teach animals to be vegan.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I mean, that's just not even making sense.
They wouldn't be killing our beloved pets.
Totally,
and
we got it solved.
Yeah,
Solved, Karen.
Solved, Karen.
Solved, Karen.
How fucking
you could talk about the cities being a problem, about the forest fires, about climate change, but you chose about like vegan propaganda, bro. Like,
man, we got it too easy, man. We got it too easy. Honestly, we got it too easy.
I feel that hard to
and you know how easy we have it. You know how easy we have it. Here's another point of view, because they say we have it easy because we have everything at our disposal, but we have it so easy because we preoccupate about, we get worried about shit that we shouldn't be worried about. And here's a controversial point: money. We worry about money. When you guys do what you do, because you love, do you love what you do?
Yeah.
You love it, right? It's your passion, right?
Yeah.
You know that money is a consequence of doing this, right?
Yeah.
Do you know that or no?
It's not the reason I'm doing it.
Exactly. That's why I said a consequence.
Yeah.
A consequence. When you do what you love, money is a consequence.
Yeah.
It's just one of the things that happens when you start doing this. First thing that happens is happiness. Is being fucking, trying to fucking be full, plano, what do you call it? Fulfilled.
Yeah.
You know. So we start worrying about money, which we shouldn't. We shouldn't worry about money. I think. Yeah, that's a crazy point.
Yeah, and
that's a crazy controversial point.
Like people will call you hippie straight out if you say that shit, but it's so true. Like if you're in something for the money, you're gonna hate your life.
Exactly.
And like you can see anyone, and especially in nowadays society, they teach kids how to chase money. You see, they don't teach kids how to chase their potential, but how to chase money. And that's I think we got it by the wrong end.
How to chase their potential. I think there's a certain point in life when did you realize that you wanted to be a fighter?
That's a weird story, but I think I was about 6 years old, and I saw Rocky, and I said,
"Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4?"
Rocky 1,
yeah.
I think. And you know, my mom was always like, she always let me watch whatever movie. She didn't care.
Where did you see it? How did you see it?
I don't remember.
DVD?
Probably DVD, maybe even videotape.
VHS?
Yeah, VHS. Yeah,
that's the way I saw it.
Yeah, and then I was like, Mom, I want to box. And my mom, being all protective, because she's mom, you're not gonna box. You're a pretty boy, you know. You're gonna get your face smashed in. Question.
Are you a pretty boy in Netherlands? Because I've seen the girls.
Yeah.
God damn, dude. God damn, I don't know if you've seen them. Much respects.
There's something in the
much
water.
respects.
Well,
but they're lovely, dude. They're models.
There's two things I want to say about that. I don't want to evade your question, but I think as a man, if you have good hygiene and if you have ambition, that makes you fucking sexy. You see?
No homo.
But let's say
Just
look
pure looks
wise.
like. I think I'm average. I think
that was my point.
Yeah.
And Dutch people, they're sort of like you. They look like you. That's all I'm saying.
I'm a bit above average because I'm athletic built. I'm a bit taller, but there's like kids 17 or like 6. You guys do meters or feet? Like,
meters, like normal people.
They're like, I'm like 190. But so that's a bit above average. I think the average Dutch guy is 183, 180.
So you guys are tall.
It's like 6'1", 6'1".
Yeah, I think that the average Dutch guy is 6 foot, and I'm 6'3". So I'm a bit taller. So as a guy, you're probably better looking when you're taller, right? So there's a lot of things.
But here's a different point that I'm gonna say. It all depends on taste, right? Like for me, is that for me? Those looks for me is what kills me.
We often judge guys by their looks. You see, I have a friend. His name is Danny. Danny, if you're looking, you're a handsome motherfucker.
Shout out, Danny. He's here or he's in
Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Bro,
Shout out,
bro. He looks like an upgraded version of Ricky Martin. He's a handsome motherfucker,
like
bro.
Hell yeah.
He's super. No homo, but he's super handsome.
But what? He's tan or what?
Yeah, bro. He's got like, I think he's got Indonesian roots or something, like a quarter or something like that. It's I should know, but he's a handsome motherfucker, and they know that. You know, I always call him el guapo in Spanish.
Over there?
Yeah. So, but then we tend to watch at men. If you're not homophobic and you can say when a man is actually handsome.
Yeah. I'm just leaving no homo shit.
Yeah, like,
because it's funny. Because who says homo nowadays, right? You can't even say homo.
Yeah. Oh no, but
shit.
But you can't, like, if you're insecure about yourself, you can't even say if your friend is handsome. Like, I can say I've got handsome friends, like my friend Donnie. But we as men, we tend to look at other guys the way we look at women. Like, we judge them by their body, and how they look like, how they sound like, and the energy and stuff, and that's in that order. Like,
some women here in TJ don't judge a man like that, eh?
Yeah,
they judge him by the pocketbook.
You see, and that's what I'm trying to say. Women don't judge men like that. Women, very. If you want to say very black and white, they look at your plata, right? They look at your money. But I think what a woman looks for in a man is their thrive, their ambition. Like, what is he doing? Right? Because ambition is sexy.
Do they though?
I think
the right one does.
Yeah, the right one. You got it. Like, there's a bunch of fucked up ladies out there that's just looking for for whatever they're sitting on. But I think the right lady,
sitting on.
Yeah, the right lady is looking at a guy and say, what he's doing with his life, you know? And does he like what he's doing? If a guy has got a lot of money, but he's miserable and he fucking hates his life, and he's always working overtime.
He looks like a fucking
and like it takes a very particular kind of woman to love that kind of guy. Yeah. Always out working because he's the CEO of a bank. So he does 70 hours a week, you know, and he does cocaine just to get by, and he always in meetings, always flying around the world. Yeah. What kind of woman are you going to attract? Some gold digger or something like that, you know? Someone who just wants a sugar daddy. But if you want the right woman, you know, they're like, hey, man, you know, I want to see what's your flame, what drives you forward. And I think that's the most important thing to a man.
That is.
And
to a relationship.
Yeah, to a relationship. I've seen, and that's how you see, like fighters, bro. There's some fighters out there, they're not handsome, but they're successful.
Oh, fighters.
Yeah. Or any kind of athlete. Yeah. You see, no one has such driving force as an athlete, whether you're a football player, basketball, fighter.
And discipline.
Women like that. It's attractive, you know, to a woman. Yeah. So,
the right woman.
So when the
right woman, I keep saying it.
Yes.
We're in TJ, baby.
So to circle back to your question, am I attractive or am I handsome? I think I'm above average when it comes to that, because I got to thrive.
Hell yeah.
And I'm a hard worker, and women find that fantastic.
Hell yeah. And you know what? And I totally agree with that, because it all comes back. It all comes back to respect. Yeah. Because you gotta respect that on
yourself and on other people too.
Yeah, and on your partner. You know, like if I'm with a woman, I gotta fucking love what she does. I gotta fucking have faith in her. I gotta respect her fucking beliefs. You know, if she's 35, she's 40, if she's whatever age, and she goes like, you know what, I'm gonna be, like you said, you're not too old to be a fighter. There's so never late to be a fighter. Let's say I become a fighter. Fuck it. Okay. And she goes like, you're crazy, you know? But what if that right woman goes like, you know what? I believe in you.
Yeah.
that's the right person.
That's when you know you got it. And like that's the whole thing. Like, of course, there's some women that take the easy. There's a lot of women that take the easy choice, right?
A lot of men too.
A lot of men too, right?
And I would think, and there, some people are blind because that's not easy, man. Yeah. Being with somebody that you don't really like, that must be hard.
They're not happy, are they?
That's a shit.
I mean, yeah, you can post pictures of your booty on a yacht. But
I see that booty sad.
Yeah.
I see that booty sad.
But you know,
I see it frowning.
Yeah, but if the owner of the boat is an old guy that's never there, you know,
or it's just somebody that you don't really like, dude.
Yeah,
because I believe there's probably somebody that likes old flabby dude, whatever. There must be somebody out there. But let's say it's somebody that you don't like. Man, you're fucking.
I think we're coming to an age now where it's becoming more gray and gray, not as black and white. So, and in some things that's good, in some things that's very bad. I think women are trying to compete a lot with men nowadays. I don't think that's necessary, but I do think to me, because I'm from a very progressive country, I'm from a very liberal country. You know, like weed is legal, women they get the same opportunities as men. You know, there's no expectations of women the way they used to be. I think what
were the expectations?
Well, a woman should stay at home and just be the mom, and take care of, look after the family.
They were machistas.
Back in the day, everyone was, I suppose, right?
Yeah. What would they call it? What would they call it?
What do you
machismo? What would they call machismo?
I would a macho, but I would just say the patriarchy, or just more of a traditional kind of society.
Yes,
and
coming from a liberal,
I'm from a very liberal country, and I do find it. I remember, you know, my girlfriend's probably not going to watch everything, so I'm going to talk about other women. I remember when I was
mine does.
Yeah, when I was in, I didn't speak a word of Spanish, just like, hey, how are you, and that's it. And I was in Spain, and I met a girl, and I needed a place to stay because I was broke. And I was there for 3 weeks.
Hell yeah!
And there was like this girl, her name was Sara, and she wasn't that pretty, bro. You know? but she was sweet to me, and she was she was super ambitious about what she was doing, man. She worked in a museum, bro, and she loved everything about the museum. She loved she wanted to climb the ladder.
I get where you're going.
And she had all these new great ideas about what she was gonna do. And I have to say though, I didn't understand everything she said, but that's what I got out of it, right? Yeah. And I just thought, man, that's kind of cute, you know. That
isn't that sexy?
Yeah, isn't that sexy? And so it works both ways. I think for men more still, but even though that she wasn't the prettiest girl, I just thought she was a fun girl, because every time she would open up her mouth, she would tell me something that was new. Like, I didn't know that. Like, oh, whoa, really? That's interesting.
And isn't that sexy?
Yeah, it is. Definitely.
I've had those conversations with a bunch of girls. Then I go like, oh my God, why couldn't you be prettier? I'm sorry to sound that shallow, but I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Why couldn't I like you more? You know?
Yeah.
Because your mind's fucking blowing me away.
And that, to me, the older I get, the more I start to define beauty like that. And it's so fucking cliche. Now you may want to tell me that I'm a hippie, but I start to realize more and more that beauty comes from within. And it sounds I know it sounds a bit dumb, but when you're younger, you just look at which girls is good looking. And now I'm 28, so I'm still a puppy, but I start to realize it's more important where she's heading.
Yeah,
right? What's she doing? What is she doing with her life?
That's pretty.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's so.
Of course, I like it when she's got a big butt as well. You know.
Let's get it straight.
Let's get it straight, ladies.
You're not gonna fool yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
don't come knocking on my door. You ain't got no ass.
If you're gonna knock, you gotta knock sideways and shit with the hips. Yeah. But it's all about honestly, and as time goes by and we grow older, it's all about the big picture and the inner picture. What? The inner picture. Honestly, it's all about how you feel, how you wake up every day. It's not about how you. Yes, it is how you look, but it's the look starts from inside.
Yeah,
and good pussy.
Too.
You know,
true.
You know, you can cut your hair, you can fucking paint your face.
Your body follows your mind.
Yeah, that's pretty much that. Yeah.
Yes. Honestly,
that's why that metaphor of the lobsters. Going back to that topic.
Oh, so what was the point of that?
He was like, you should be straight, your shoulders straight to hold the problems that the world gives you. Like, you must have that endurance, that drive to get through hard times in your life. Not being like the lobster that lost the battle and it's just like shrinking. That's
okay. So that's the point of it.
That's
just always like set your mind to like you haven't been defeated. You are not gonna succumb to defeat. You do not accept defeat.
That's the metaphor. Get like a good posture.
Good posture.
Yeah, and that actually is. I had back issues because I used to be overweight when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, and that gave me.
How you did not know that?
Bro, I was like 183 pounds, like 82 kilos, 14 years old.
And how tall were you back then?
I was actually very small. Like I was chubby.
Do you have a picture?
Yes, I do, man. I will show you later.
Nah, man, you gotta show me now, man. You can't bring this up and not show me.
Well, I had a picture when I was like 12, 13 years old. This was way back on school.
Yo, so Rocky, how are you on time? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, okay,
I'm good, man.
okay.
I'm free.
Awesome, man. Because I'm enjoying so much, honestly, man.
Very much.
Thanks a lot for coming, honestly, man.
Thank you for having me.
You're such a cool person.
Thank you guys for speaking English. It's been a while since I spoke English for hours on end.
Oh, really?
It's been Spanish. So
yeah, man.
Even though it's not my native language, it's a language that I speak fluently.
Yeah.
So I feel very comfortable with you guys, man. Thank you for having
Hell
me.
yeah, no, thank you, man. So we're talking about Rocky. You saw Rocky.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
What happened? What was the scene? That's young Jamie. That's my young Jamie coming early. Always early to the party, baby. Tell me that.
So yeah, so I wanted to start fighting.
Okay, but what was there a scene or what the fuck? Ya sabes mi Jamie, ahí te sientas, papá, haz campo. Nomás pon la cámara que me vea bien. ¿Sabes? Y para que estés ahí, si quieres ponla acá en medio de ellas.
I started training because I needed to lose weight.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
That's why I started training.
Yeah, I was start training. I started with jiu-jitsu and kick, and then I just got along with it, and now I'm here.
So, to come back to your question, as far as I remembered, I always wanted to do martial arts, boxing especially, because I love
before Rocky.
Yeah, not like when I saw Rocky, I wanted to become like a boxer, and then I saw like kickboxer Jean-Claude Van Damme, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just wanted to do because I was a boy and I had apparently genetically I was a fighter, but I didn't know that, and my mom forbid it. She said, "Nah, no fighting. You're not gonna fight. No martial arts." My mom actually.
Why not? Why not? Because this. Because of peace and love, or
nah, my mom is just being a mom, and most moms
don't like to see your son.
Don't want to see their son.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah,
you might get hurt.
Totally.
You might get hurt.
Has she seen your fights?
Yeah,
since then?
she's a fan now.
Hell yeah.
I started training when I was a grown ass man. I started training martial arts at 22. I'm 28 now.
Hell yeah.
So I started late.
Okay, but don't go for it. Go back.
So.
She didn't want you to be a fighter.
She didn't want me to be a fighter at all, like nothing. And she actually tried to say, "Well, you don't want to be like Rocky. You just want to look like him. If you want to have muscles, you should pick up ballet classes." I swear to God, my mom tried to put me on.
But I'll tell you what, that was the best advice.
Ballet.
I don't know if you know it now, but you know the what are those boxers? Two brothers, Lemchenko or what are their names? Two fucking badass boxers.
The Ukrainians that now
are
fighting.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Lomachenko.
Klitschko. Vladimir and his name, what's the other one?
Vladimir Klitschko.
Klitschko and
I don't remember.
Well, they credit their ballet background to their fucking footwork.
Really?
I've heard that. You hear that?
Bro,
well, their footwork, they're big stiff idiots, you know. So no, but they were legit. But
they told you ballet.
So my mom, so I didn't do ballet because I thought that was for girls. I picked up gymnastics. So I'm not talking about weights. I'm talking about just doing
fucking
cartwheels.
Ain't that core?
Yeah. Yeah, it's everything. It's everything.
Yeah,
it's an Olympic sport. It's like rings, you know, and like doing flips and stuff, and jumps, and doing all kinds of jumps, and
Victor
Kuiks
con K.
And cartwheels. So I did that for the first few years of my life, but I always wanted to do fighting, and my mom always forbid it. And then the teenage years came, and then I actually tried Taekwondo for a while.
So what was the first after the gymnastic?
Yeah.
You start getting fit. Were you always fit? Were you always tall? A tall kid?
No, I was a late bloomer. So I was actually quite small, and then I just skyrocketed at I think 15 or 16.
Okay, so, but you were thin.
Yeah,
slim.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. So after your gymnastic, you started getting those abs.
Yeah, no, I used
because gymnastic will give you those abs, correct?
Well, that's diet. I'd say I think abs are diet.
Nah,
totally. But I did start to slap on size, so I started becoming bigger.
Okay.
And actually,
could you do the fucking hanging on a pole like that?
Nah, that's like I was just about bench pressing and lifting weights and getting my biceps as big as possible. You know, wanted to have my arms hugging the sleeves.
You wanted that, yeah. You wanted that,
yeah. Right. I wanted to be big, bro, and strong.
That's crazy. It all depends on what you looked up to, right?
Yeah.
You looked up to Rocky, right?
Yeah, and he was juiced, bro. Like in Rocky 4,
he was juiced to the gills, homie.
It's not what a boxer. Well, you know, like in the 80s, that's what they looked like. To be fair, you know,
it was juiced, man.
Because look here, I'm a musician.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a music composer. I have music with pop stars and whatever. Okay, cool. But when I was growing up, I looked up to David Bowie, fucking Mick Jagger. That was like my top shit. So I saw their bodies. All my life, I wanted to be skinny.
Yeah.
Oh, if I could only be skinny.
You just do cocaine like them, bro.
I tried it and I could. It made me eat. The hangover made me eat, dude. I was like, what the fuck? Pon atrás, güey. Ahí, le presionas y pon arriba Victor Kuiks.
It fucked my
en el de abajo.
Shit, and now I'm fat.
Ahí, Victor Kuiks. Para nomás checar su...
que vamos a buscar mi nombre.
Sí. No, es para que te tenga ahí. Es mi Young Jamie. He's my Young Jamie right here.
Ah, es el no, Kuiks con un K. K-U-I-K-S.
Do you have like what do you call it? Like the nickname? Do you have a nickname?
Yeah, they call me the Viking. Or you see, they call me the striking Viking.
Oh, hell yeah. I saw that fight right here with Dominic.
Yeah,
I saw that fight.
That was such a shit fight, man. I won though, but
yeah,
I had
put images. Pon imágenes.
So that was an MMA fight.
Yeah,
amateur,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so that's amateur. God damn, you're fucking jacked right there.
I was big, bro. I was on juice and everything. Oh,
Look at that neck. You ain't got no neck, dude.
Yeah, bro. So
hell yeah.
I was juicy. So
juicy.
When I was
secret juice.
But when I was not secret, man. I just say I'm a steroids. Yeah. I was just like that, and it's because when I was 16, I started lifting weights, and I wanted to become as big and like Schwarzenegger as possible.
Yeah,
so,
fuck yeah.
So everybody's like,
where's Schwarzenegger from? Isn't he from?
He's German.
Oh, okay.
German, yeah.
What about Overeem?
He's Dutch.
He's Dutch, right?
Yeah.
Where's he from? Do you know?
I think he's from.
Mira, ¿de dónde es Alistair Overeem?
I think he's Dutch, but he had like a Jamaican dad who left as well when he
He's
was
good, right? People forget, dude.
Yeah, he was huge.
No, but people forget who he was, right? All his fucking look at that dude. Look at the lip.
When he was in the juice.
Alistair Overeem, type in Alistair Overeem Pride.
Ah, y fue campeón como 5 veces, no sé, ponle
He fought recently.
And he won.
He won from Baja. He fought recently.
Badr Hari, it's a tough guy, man.
Yeah.
Badr Hari,
have you seen Alistair Overeem's fight against Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, he just fucking.
Oh yeah, with the knees, right?
Yeah,
and
fucking awesome.
And the liver kicks too, man.
But they were both on the juice back then, right? Or what do you think?
So, yeah, of course. So I looked up watching. I grew up watching these guys, man. But I was hugely into fitness. I worked as a trainer from 18 to what?
In Amsterdam.
Yeah, until I went to Mexico.
I want to start a fucking a promotion that's called Juice. Just like that, dude. Straight up Juice. All the fighters come over here and be on all the fucking sauce, baby.
It already exists.
Does it?
It's called One Championship.
Oh shit, dude. But
yeah,
but that would make the greatest fights. Yeah, but he always represented.
He was a light heavyweight back here, so that's up to 95 kg. And
can you get up to light heavyweight yourself?
Sorry?
Can you get up to light heavyweight? Yeah, right?
Yeah. I have to eat a lot and probably take steroids, but steroids, I don't think. So just to talk about steroids, as a guy that did steroids, but not for fighting reasons.
Look, he's natty right there.
Ahí,
He's
güey.
100%
Oh,
natty.
bro, that's not even like.
No,
type
look
in-
at that way he's flexing, dude.
Ay, busca.
That's a
hazlo
different-
K1 después.
K1.
Solamente K1.
Solo pon K1. So, borra
Entonces
Pride,
no
pon
Pride,
K1.
pero K1. En lugar de Pride pones K1.
Tú me dices si es puro brócoli y
Mira.
pollo. Mira, aquí abajo, where he's
Sí,
fucking...
Mira.
How many fucking abs does he have? 12?
Mira, abajo.
What the fuck, dude? Look at his head.
Mira,
It looks small.
Izquierda, abajo. No. Ahí. Eso, mira.
God damn, looking like a Lee and shit.
Mira.
God damn, look at
Bro, he
those
got-
arms,
he got
dude.
muscles
Uber
on top
in.
of muscles.
Yeah.
God
Like
damn.
SpongeBob episode, like you can have
Yeah.
muscles on your eyes.
So
What the fuck?
what I did is that I want to become big, because I don't know, I just want to be big and strong. And then I started lifting weights.
What was the name of the gym? Do you remember?
the first gym I went to?
The gym where you fucking started bulking up.
I don't even.
It doesn't matter. But
Doesn't
okay,
matter.
so
I've been through to a few, and I was also working as a trainer. So I started taking steroids, become big, and then I was also.
did you become big?
Yeah, man. it was
Does
huge.
this change your moods?
Yeah, it does.
So
Yeah, to
so
me-
it's
for me,
it's a thing. Taking them it's a thing.
Well, it depends on what you're taking, how much you're taking, and also it depends entirely on the individual. But I thought at the time that I was just doing all right, and then in hindsight, I can tell, yeah, I was fucking trend out of my mind. That's how they call it. I was on trend.
What does that mean?
Trembolona.
Oh,
And that's like a heavy steroid. And I was taking that shit to become big and strong. But it's not going to help you in a fight, because the more muscle you pack,
the slower,
the slower, the faster you're going to get.
tired. Yeah.
It doesn't gonna help. It's not gonna help you anything. So as soon as I started MMA, I let go of the steroids, and then but I had all this muscle still. As you can see, my last fight 3 years ago,
Su última pelea hace 3 años.
Sí.
Victor Kuiks. Uh-huh.
I was still pretty big. I was still pretty big, not as big as in my first MMA fight. So
Where was that? UWC?
what?
Your last fight?
Yeah.
UWC.
Yes, that's what. So
You're commentating for UWC,
Yeah,
right?
as
I
well,
saw
man.
you. Yeah, I thought you did great.
Thank you,
I
man.
thought you did great, honestly, because I watched them. I watched the fights. They have el primo del glue.
Yeah.
Del
Johnny.
Al Johnny.
Yeah,
Y
yeah,
tienen a
shout
otro
out to
vato en medio.
Johnny,
Y they had another. Was it Briones? I think they had Briones,
No,
right?
no. They had another guy who's an EWC staff guy.
Oh.
It's not him, right?
But I saw you and I loved it, man. Yeah, I hope you keep on doing it because it
you.
was
Now
fucking
the
awesome.
Paul
It was just a fill-in kind of situation, because
Well, I hope they keep calling you because I found it great. I found it great the way you spoke. Right now, I think you speak really eloquently, really fucking down to the point, really straight.
Thank
So
you.
I love it, man. Yeah, honestly.
So talk about my body
Pon
transformation.
UWC, Victor Kuiks UWC.
Yeah, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna pop up a lot, but
Ahí está.
I think it's better if
No,
you,
solo así.
Y Kuiks.
if you just do Victor Kuiks. Si solo haces Victor Kuiks, you can see pictures, and you can see me from going to like a bodybuilder type of body, slowly going to like a fighter's body.
Ahí está.
So you see, that's me, fucking jacked and juicy still.
And where was that other fight? The Fight Club Den Haag on tour?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Oh, yeah, that's my first MMA fight ever. Look at my back, man. You can screen a movie on that back.
And did you gas? Did you gas really
Yeah,
quick?
of course, but it's 3-minute rounds.
Man,
you know?
your calves are way bigger. Like your calf muscles.
Yeah, your calves.
They still didn't have calves, I know.
Quítale el UWC,
Look at
nomás pon
myself.
Víctor. Y búscalo en
My
Google.
calves,
Google
like,
está
there's
más
no
pelado.
calves.
Más pelado.
At all.
A huevo, para ahí arriba donde
Pero
dice
en
Jim.
YouTube hay
Tú eres el
peleas,
Young Jamie, papá. Ok, mira, cierra los demás, güey. Es que tienes 3 páginas abiertas. Y nomás pon una y pon Google. Young Jamie.
Yeah. So
Youngest Jamie. We're gonna call him.
I went from. I always tell these people, you know, I went from hardcore bodybuilding because I want to look like I don't know, Schwarzenegger and Stallone.
Yeah.
I went from hardcore bodybuilding and shooting steroids to martial arts, and then
How do you get introduced to martial
so
arts?
that's a funny story. Is that I've been a bad boy and I went to prison.
Hell yeah.
And when I came out of prison,
Ahora, tócala, ya somos dos. Secreto revelado en Manolo Comedy.
And as soon as I went to prison, I thought, man, I need to know how to fucking defend myself. Like this.
¿Por qué? ¿Estuvo duro adentro?
Era como una selva.
Really? Did people pick fights and shit?
Oh, totally,
How
bro.
long you went in prison? If you wanna
Yeah, a year.
A year.
Yeah, a year. I went in from October to November, so
Shit,
a
man.
bit over a year.
Prison is tough, man.
And además estaba en Francia.
Francia.
Yeah, entonces encore
Do you speak a little French or no?
Oui, je parle français. Pourquoi je parle français?
Mi fa molto piacere conoscerti, ragazzo. Mi fa molto piacere
That's
conoscerti.
fucking...
Sei il ragazzo più
Eso es italiano.
bello di questo posto.
Eso es italiano.
Italiano.
So,
Yo, oui, oui. There you go. We know. Oui, oui. Okay, so
I was a bad boy. I went to prison when I was 20 years old. When I was heavily into bodybuilding, and then we were training in the prison yard, you know, like prison style, doing push-ups and stuff. And then I met these fucking Chechen guys, and they were judo or wrestling guys. I don't remember, or both.
I just have to put a parenthesis. Do they have like cliques? What are the cliques over there?
Yeah, they do.
Man,
What-
a lot of Eastern Europeans, right? You know, like French are tough people too, man.
Yeah, the
French are
French
tough
are
people.
tough.
Like they got like a mercenary army guys from all over the world.
The Foreign Legion.
The Foreign Legion. That's fucking tough, man.
What are they, though? What,
do the
fighters or
reward
what?
for
So it
friends.
doesn't matter what you did. You can be well, it does kind of, but if you have like any offense that doesn't cross borders.
What do you mean borders? Like
So-
country borders or
Let's just say you're not
a rapist?
You're
a
not-
child rapist
well-
or something like that? Or what are you talking about?
I don't know if you're not a war general.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
I don't know what's like nowadays, so don't pin me down on it. But I think like back in the day, you could probably you could pretty much get away with murder if you joined the Foreign Legion. So let's say you were from I don't know, Germany, or you were from Italy, or from any country in Europe, and you fucking murdered your neighbor and you ran off to France. You could join the Foreign Legion.
And you're good.
And then after 5 years of service, they gave you a French passport.
Yeah, and now you got a French and you.
Now that's not the
did not
case
know that.
anymore. That's not. I know it's not the case anymore. I know guys. I met guys in prison who joined the Foreign Legion.
Oh shit. Then,
And
So
the,
to make the long story short,
but I really do want to know this. Like,
it's now shorting out this, buddy.
What are the clicks? Because right here, I'm gonna tell it. In the states, most of the states in the United States, most of the states, most of the prisons are run. Okay, here are the hardest fucking cliques in the prisons. Right, we got the blacks, right? The blacks. So there's a bunch of blacks in
But
the
don't they have
prisons.
cliques on the like between them?
This is what I'm talking about. So if you're black, and there's subsidiary cliques between the blacks, okay, but you have the blacks, you have the whites, right? The Aryans, or whatever they call them. They have the southerners Mexicans, which are cholos. You'll see them tatted up. Yeah, Chicanos. You'll see them tatted up. They mostly speak English or whatever. But what rules most of the prisons, especially out here, is the paisas.
Latinos.
Which paisas, okay, paisas, which is like him, like me, people that just committed most drugs offenses, right? But there's so many paisas, so many Mexicans just like, sí, oiga, ¿qué pasó, oiga? Y la chingada, shit like that they rule the fucking prisons because there are too many of them.
Yeah, they come in numbers.
Because like you're fucking this tall, I'm like this short or whatever, but yo,
Yeah, we got an
check
army.
it out. We got an army, yo.
Yeah.
We run the prisons. That's paisas over here in the States. So I'm wondering, I'm so curious. Like in France.
Well, I'm not a prison specialist, but I did look it up a bit more, you know, because after something,
Did you have to run with somebody or no?
like run with a gang?
Yeah.
Not really, but there is, like, you have to understand, like, the blacks and the Mexicans in the States, like, what's like 90% of the prison,
totally. Population,
the
yeah.
population is black or Hispanic.
Yes.
Those are Arabs and Gypsies in France.
Oh.
So like
And Musulmanes, right?
yeah, right,
Muslims
them.
too.
Well, not Muslim, but means Muslim.
Yeah, Muslims.
Yeah.
No?
You're not, like, that's saying you're that's like saying you're Catholic because you're Mexican.
No, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But they do run that code, right? Where they do their prayers and all that stuff, or not really?
Let me explain. So there's a ton of Arabs in prison, and then North African countries, so Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia, and the most of them are Algerians, and then Moroccans, and then Tunisians, and then they have like cliques. But then at the end of the day, they're all North Africans, right? And they all have some kind of Muslim upbringing. Some, not all of them.
Yeah, but it's not reigned by that.
No.
Okay.
And then there's like the Muslim community, and these guys are just strict. They stick to themselves, and they talk about God all day. I don't know, right? And they pray 5 times a day. And then there's like, the Algerians guys, but they're fucking savages, bro. They rob each other as well, you know.
Oh shit.
But then when you square up with one of them, they unite, you know. So they fuck each other up. But once you, as a white guy or an outsider, they stick together, right? That's how it works. Then there's the black Africans. They're a minority, like Nigerians and stuff, you know. The Africans from. Because France has a lot of black people, like African black people as well, because of their colonial history. And then
look at the soccer team.
Yeah, right.
Look at their fighters.
Yeah, right. And Francis Ngannou says you don't want to be fucking with a guy his size. You know, like there's a lot of there's black guys in prison, and they team up, and then there's but it's a bit less. Like when you watch American prisons, it's just race, and it's just white guys, black guys, Hispanics, and that's it. And over there, it's not like we mix and stuff, you know, and we can get along. If I hang out with a black dude, they're not gonna rape me in the showers or something like that. It's cool, you know.
But people started picking fights with you, or what?
Yeah, of course. They want to test you
because of stuff. Like they wanted stuff from you.
Just what's funny is that no, because I didn't have shit, because I went in and I was 2,000 kilometers away from home, so I didn't have shit, right? And they just test you, just to test you. I had a few fights, but just a handful.
Because I remember a buddy of mine, he got into a big fight, because of a poster. He had a poster of a chick, and some other guy stole it. This is my poster now. Oh yeah, another Mexican dude,
could be
another Mexican dude, and when they fucking talked to him like, yo, why you take this poster? He actually sold it to a black guy. The poster, the fucking poster, dude, and he actually sold it for, I don't know, for whatever. So the llavero, they call it, because they have like leaders, a leader had to talk to the black guy and say, yo, check your boy, or we're gonna check him.
Oh yeah,
you know. Well, check your boy. You can. So they ended up fucking.
I think all prisons all over the world have one thing in common, and that's like the behavior that we show. Like, I cannot hit you in the face right now, right? Even though we're fighters, but like societal behavior, we've been taught by the system how to behave from a very young age. You know, there's certain rules, there's certain things you can do, there's certain things you can do. All these things are, as soon as they lock the prison door behind you, gone.
They're gone.
They're gone.
They're gone.
They're 100% gone.
You're in the jungle.
Yeah. So and all these new systematic rules come. So the prison tries to re-systemize you. They try to give you, like, this is when you eat, this is when you shit, this is when you shower, this is where you go, this is when you do it. So they give you, so everything you know is gone, and you have to restart yourself. And this fucks with a lot of people's brains. And then you have to know, it's like you have to reinvent yourself in prison.
There's a good movie, man, that talks about a guy who was guilty, but, well, not guilty.
Oh, I know.
Incriminate him.
Hurricane?
Top dog, no?
Yeah, top, some shit like that.
Check out Hurricane. You've seen Hurricane?
Yeah. Well, I'm reading that book right now. Hurricane Carter. I'm reading that book right now as we speak, bro.
Dude.
Yeah.
Turn your body into a machine.
Yeah.
Well, this movie was about a dude that did not commit this murder, and he had to become a fucking gang leader in prison to survive. It
was a DUI. He went in for driving under the influence, and then while in prison, while doing a 5-year stretch or a 3-year stretch, he got into a race war and killed someone, and then he just life, you know, it's just. And then he just
like in the first, he had a stuck something on his ass.
It's that same guy that played Jamie.
Eso es lo más difícil. ¿Qué pasó? Ah, ok. Sácalo para allá. Ya sé que tienen la página aquí, ¿no? La página la tienes ahí, ¿verdad? Sí. La arrastras hacia la pantalla.
It's the same guy that played Jamie Lannister.
Agarras tu cursor y lo llevas para la izquierda. Ya para la izquierda, ajá. Y a izquierda. Ahora aparece aquí en tu pantalla. Ahí a huevo que sí, güey. 20 años el negocio, papá.
Te lo juro, no se ve nada, parce.
A ver, pásamela.
Está muerto.
Ah, ok. Está muerto por esto. Ahí estás. Ahora la arrastras. Mira.
Yo no soy de más.
I'm sorry, Kuiks.
That's okay, bro.
Yo tampoco
So then also...
Let me just fucking help John Jamie out.
What I just want to say about prison and how we romanticize it in the media and in movies and stuff, they really focus, as they always do, they only focus on our differences. Like, that's what they do as well. Like, oh, in prison, if you're white, you're gonna get fucked by a bunch of black dudes. And, like, you can only become a swastika-wearing racist to survive. Yeah. You know, you have to become a swastika-wearing racist to survive prison as a white guy. And as a black guy, you're gonna have to fight off the bloods. Like, they all, in media, the movies and stuff, they always focus on the differences and stuff. But I can tell you, in reality, and I don't know about American prisons because I've never been, luckily, but I think... for most people, most men, because it's only men, of course, when you're in prison, they don't really give a fuck where you're from. They just want to be left alone.
Totally. Especially if you're doing long sentences.
Yeah. No, even if you're doing short sentences, people are like,
just want to fucking chill.
Chill. Don't want to do... Most people are actually evasive of conflict. You know, they don't want to get into a fucking fight.
And that's everywhere, right?
That's everywhere, bro. In every prison, most guys just want to...
but that's also in real life.
Yeah. But when they show prisons of any part of the world, you know, they always show like, oh, as soon as you go into prison, you're gonna become part of a gang, and you're gonna have to proactively fucking fight other gangs. That's not the case, man. It's not the case. Most people just want to be left alone. And but you know, that's just.
And here's another one. The main focus of the prisons, I don't know, in los maras, But prison.
But what does happen?
Gangs. But here's another one. I don't know how the prison system works in France, or neither in Mexico. I don't even know how the prison works in Mexico. I know, but in the States, their main focus is money. It's a business.
Of course.
It's privately owned.
Of course.
Even Alcatraz was privately owned. So it's if we can get more people here, that means more money from the government. More, you know, that's a business.
Ah, it's a business.
In the States. I don't know. Yo no sé aquí cuál es el sistema de las prisiones aquí en México. ¿Tú no sabes?
Pues aquí se supone que lo lleva el gobierno, pero allá en Estados Unidos sí es
privado. Sí. Ya, pero aquí es del gobierno.
Imagine, I own a prison.
No. Entonces,
you must be loaded, dude.
En Europa y en todo el mundo hay dos tipos de cárceles. Hay un cárcel privado, entonces un dueño que quiere ganar dinero, y hay cárceles del Estado, del gobierno, entonces que está subsidiado del Estado, entonces que es infierno.
Que es infierno. Sí. If it's federal, it's like a school. Public. Are you going to public school? Or are you going to fucking
private school?
That's what it calls school, though.
Yeah.
Y lo cierra. Simón.
Shit.
El mundo de prisioneros, mayores población de carcelarios. Because it's a fucking business, dude. This is a fucking business. And China knows what the fuck it's doing. Brasil, Rusia, Etiopía, México
y Colombia.
Colombia. Pero yo pienso, bueno. Y no sale tu país ahí.
What are these are absolute numbers.
Where is the prison? You've heard of that prison? I don't know. That prison where it's an island and they don't have it locked up. They're just roaming around free. You know what I'm talking about or no?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Prisión en isla, ponle. En Europa. Prisión en isla en Europa.
Noruegos, ¿no? Algo así.
Noruega, ¿ah?
Sí.
Que están como chilling.
Yeah, it must be in Scandinavia because they're super...
No. Prisión en isla, Europa o Noruega.
It must be Scandinavia. Pone Scandinavia.
Scandinavia. Have you been there?
Yeah.
Is it cool?
It's cool, man.
What's your favorite country over there in Europe?
In Europe?
The ones that you know.
Good question. I think I like England, even though it's not on the continent. I like England. If there was any other city than Amsterdam where I should live, I'd probably go for London. I lived there for like 3 months. But
where at?
I lived in a fancy part in it's called Victoria.
What were you doing over there?
I was escaping the lockdown in the Netherlands, and I was just and there it wasn't as harsh the lockdown, so we could still train.
Okay, how did you train when the lockdown came? Did you just pause or at home?
Well, you know, how do I explain this? So at first, everybody was just scared shitless because they didn't know what the virus was. You know, everybody.
I never gave a fuck about COVID, and I think I got it like 6 times and so.
No, really? Like you've gotten this like 6 times?
Yeah.
I think you gave it to me once.
I don't know, man. My
Probably,
mama, mama gave me that to me back in Colombia. She was pretty bad. I got scared because of that shit.
People were just retarded.
And then I was just feeling bad, like 2 hours. I was just like one night I couldn't sleep because I had a headache and I was shivering and got a little bit of. And next day I was okay. And mom took like 2 weeks in bed, coughing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I don't give a shit about COVID. I don't give a shit.
Neither.
I don't give a shit if you got vaccinated or not. You know, it's all up to you. It's your body, your choice. But
did you ever get it?
No.
Victor? No, never got it?
What? COVID?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know neither because I don't know if it was COVID or
because you guys are healthy, honestly.
So
I got it. But I'll tell you what. Besides the not smelling or not tasting, I was chill.
I didn't get any of that.
But did you actually not taste anything?
I did.
Like all the people out there who say they can't taste anything because of COVID, I challenge you. Yeah, brush your teeth, orange juice, and we'll see if you don't taste anything.
Let me look back, but no, honestly, I didn't. And that actually that scared me. Not tasting, not smelling scared me. I was like, what the fuck?
You can't tell me that you had COVID. If you would have brushed your teeth.
I did not do that. I did not do the test.
Orange juice. I'm
the
telling
Victor
you.
test. I did not do the Victor test.
I guess I don't have COVID then.
Bro, once I was eating. I was
eating ass, dude, and I couldn't smell it.
Okay, that's a fair thing.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, bro.
Dude, shit.
If you're eating ass and you're not smelling,
dude,
that's good, man.
A lot of it is mental as well. I think,
like everything, man.
If you catch a flu or a fever nowadays, but it's now we all have this fear built in, you know, programmed in our brain.
Is it COVID? Is it COVID?
So then it becomes worse. It becomes worse. And if you treat it like it's nothing, it won't be anything. It won't be a thing. Like, and I shake it up. Oh, it's just a cold. It's just a cold. So it's just gonna be a cold.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna go home,
because if it's
but if we're gonna go home, oh, it might be COVID, might die. Yeah, you're gonna feel
you'll
like
stress
shit.
your body. Your immune system goes down. Right? Everything fucks up.
Yeah, I was just feeling like shit. Like,
and the world has been living in this mass psychosis. And yeah, of course, everybody started to talk. Oh, I felt really bad while I had it. Like, no, you just convince yourself from with all the bullshit media.
Yeah,
they actually told you, programmed you what to think whenever you don't feel well now.
Yeah, totally. And I'm thinking, what was the? Let's be conspiracy theorists for a minute.
The taste, I was like hanging out with a friend. And we were eating.
Just a second. Where's the bathroom, guys?
The bathroom is you go out the door, and then as soon as you go out, you're gonna look to your left. There's a shitty ass bathroom right there.
Okay.
Shitty ass, dude.
Yeah, I'm used to
shitty ass.
It's okay. I'll be back.
Like the one in the gym. No, I'm joking. Yeah. So what happened to you?
I was eating with this guy tacos, and he was like, I was like, ramp up. Just eating because I like beef. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. And he was like, I don't taste the food, man. And I was like, what? And while he was telling me this shit, he was just eating like this. And I was like,
but he couldn't taste it?
Yeah, but he was eating like he liked it.
But he couldn't taste it, he said.
Yeah, he said.
¿A ti se te fue el olfato y el sabor?
Nunca.
¿A ti te dio?
Yo solo me sentía como con escalofrío ya. Y dolor de cabeza ya.
A mí se me fue el olfato. Sí. A mí se me fue el olfato, pero estuvo bien porque por fin pude ir a entrenar al Entram. Dije, ya no. Chiste, charo al Entram. No, pero tenía que decir un chiste. A ti se te fue el olfato y el sabor también.
A mí no se me fue, pero la boca me sabía caño. No sé, yo estaba diciendo, no, que lance los dientes. Yo me lavaba los dientes bien culero me salió la boca.
A culo.
Sí,
A ano.
A culo, sí. Feo.
A recto.
Sí.
A colon.
Sí. Y ahorita que dije, cuando estabas diciendo de que qué feo es perder el sabor, yo pensaba que ibas a decir algo de que...
¿Cómo que? Dilo.
¿Lo puedes decir?
Sí, por favor.
Conociéndote, yo pensaba que ibas a decir algo así, que más no puedes probar el sabor de la vagina.
Sí, tú sabes que ese sabor es el bueno.
Conociéndote.
Santi, oye, carnal, pues qué chingón que tienen pelea. Víctor, tienes pelea tú. Estamos activados para diciembre 9. ¿Cómo vas con tu training camp? ¿Cómo te has sentido?
Bien, parce. O sea, la verdad. Yo apenas 2 semanas. Traigo un par de molestias, pero de resto para allá, o sea, me siento bien. Me siento bastante bien. Entonces, pues nada, seguir dándole.
A huevo, y más duro que nunca, ¿no?
Sí, ya esta pelea va a estar chévere.
A huevo. Nomás chécate que esté bien la cámara, ¿no? Porfa, Dani. ¿Ahorita qué? No. You sit down so he can check that we're all on point. All good? So your fight's in a week.
Yeah.
Your fight's in a week. We're ready. We're almost done with training camp. We're just resting up and fucking just getting ready for it, right?
Yeah, it's all about weight cutting this week and just staying sharp, and that's it. You know.
How long ago? How far along are you from your weight cut?
The weight, like, I've been dieting for the last few weeks, but like I start cutting the carbs, so like 0 carbs on Monday.
Hell yeah.
And then on Wednesday, I'll be down 3 kg just from cutting carbs.
Oh, shit.
And then I got another 3 kg to sweat out on Thursday and on Wednesday. And then on Thursday we weigh in, right? And then Friday we fight. And then Friday
3,000 grams.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. 3 kilograms.
3 kilograms.
Yeah, kg I say. So.
That's like that's like 7 pounds, I think. Something like that.
7 or 8
pounds,
8 pounds, I'd say. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So good, easy, right?
Easy customer. It's easy cut.
You do it by yourself. You have a dietitian, or just film
I have a nutriólogo.
Okay.
He actually treats me for free, but I told him that for this fight, for this camp, I won't need him because I don't have to cut a lot of weight. I just have to cut 6 kg, which is not that much. But then for if I have a fight that's on welterweight, it's gonna be 30 pounds. Then
that's gonna be
I'm gonna need some guidance.
Advice,
yeah. 13 kilogramos, 13 punto y feria kilogramos.
Yeah.
Right? What's your main specialty or martial art?
Well, they call me the striking Viking.
So striking.
Yeah, I like striking, man.
And why Viking? That let me get back to my question.
Yeah.
Does Netherlands have a Viking history?
We had a lot of invaders, and yes, the Vikings also invaded us. But they call me a Viking because I look like one.
Yeah,
not because I'm big and I have a beard and I don't like to fight. So that's what the Vikings did, right?
Hell yeah! How you get that? I know you got it because of that. Your nickname. Yeah. But when did you get it?
They started calling me Viking when I was in France in prison.
Oh fuck yeah!
That's when I started.
Yo, tell the Viking.
Yeah, that Viking. He looks like a Viking because my beard started to grow out, right? And like wasn't shaving or anything. And
you look like one.
I look like one. They started calling me Viking, and then when I started fighting MMA, my preference was striking, and then
gotta run up a little bit.
Some guy just.
¿Tú tienes que ir a San Diego? Sí. Okay. Let's cut this short. Entonces, Santi's gotta go, so we gotta cut this short. I really enjoyed meeting you, Victor. Like I said, I hope to see you soon at the UWC podium after the fights, you know, or at the desk, you know. Something that you want to add, like your philosophy of life. Did you tell us your philosophy of life?
Yeah, I said it before, but don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to leave your home, your safe surroundings, and the current system that you're living at, to go look for your luck somewhere else. You know.
How did you end up in Tijuana? We didn't ask that. How did you end up in Tijuana?
Well, I left the Netherlands because I couldn't fight, I couldn't train, I couldn't do anything. Everything was locked down. So I went to Mexico first of all, just to live a life, just to be able to go to
Mexico City.
Yeah, I just flew to Mexico, and I was like, I'll see.
But why Mexico City?
Because there's a straight flight from Amsterdam to Mexico City.
There is one?
Yeah.
And how about back?
I have to fly to Mexico City and then to Amsterdam.
Do we have do we need a visa as Mexicans?
I don't know. You have to look it up.
I will. Okay, so you said Mexico, fuck it.
Because Mexico had no rules whatsoever, no restrictions, no lockdowns, and so it grew kind of notorious. And you can see
just your face mask, and that's it.
Yeah, so you can see now that prices from Amsterdam airport to Mexico have skyrocketed in the last 2 years because they're trying to make money. Because a lot of Dutch people want to go to Mexico during the winter because of the lockdowns, because they lock people down in the winter because of COVID and stuff. And then, so I went to Mexico just to live, just because I hadn't gone to a restaurant or a bar or whatever in months or years.
Yeah.
And then I brought my stuff because, hey, I was like, man, I want to train in a gym.
But you didn't have no contacts in Mexico?
No, none.
Just fuck it. I'll rent a hotel. See what the fuck.
I had some Dutch friends who already flew to Mexico.
Fighters or no?
No. Just people that I knew, co-workers. That's
what did they work as?
In the gym as well.
Oh,
she doesn't know how to kickbox, but she's not a professional fighter. She was a friend of mine. She said, yeah, I'm hanging out in Mexico. There's no rules here. I'm gonna stay here until the lockdown is over. So first I flew to Mexico just with the thought I'm going to go to Mexico and stay in Mexico until the lockdown is over, which usually can take anything up to 6 months, like it did the time before.
Totally.
So I was like going to stay in the Netherlands until Mexico until the lockdown in the Netherlands is over. And then I was like, okay, I was there for a few weeks, and then I was like, okay, I want to train. And they said, well, if you want to train, and I met Flavio, mi amigo.
Shout out Flavio.
Yeah, shout out Flavio. No. Flavio is my friend. I met him in Puerto Escondido, que es un lugar muy turístico. Y él me dijo, pero si quieres entrenar, tienes que ir a Tijuana, güey.
¿Al Entram, güey?
Sí, al Entram, güey.
¿Mexicano?
Sí,
¿He's Mexican?
Sí, he's Mexican, yeah.
¿Es que al Entram, güey?
Sí, güey. No sabía.
He's from the north or what?
Yeah.
He's from here?
He's from Mexicali.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And pretty close.
Yeah, and he said...
¿Es que al Entram, güey?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and he said, man, don't you know, like, they got Brenda Moreno up there, man.
do you already know who Brenda Moreno was? Yeah.
Of course.
And yeah, fuck yeah.
It's like, yeah, so I went to Tijuana, and I went from
just with nobody.
I went from this beautiful place, Puerto Escondido, I went to TJ.
God damn, Puerto Escondido. What the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah, and
I want to stay there, man.
And I was like, fuck, this can't be real, man. Then I just leave this place, but I felt this might be paradise.
Dude, that looks like paradise.
But I feel
I would be a surfing instructor if I were you.
Yeah,
just waiting for those mexicanitas. Hey, mexicanita.
But listen, as a man, paradise is nice, but we belong in a jungle.
Exactly.
That's what we need to be. We need to be hungry lions, hunting down our prey. That's what we need to do. So when I came to TJ, which is a concrete jungle, and I trained I think I bumped into you first day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I said, hey, man.
Nobody speak English.
Does anyone speak English?
Okay, but wait. You're here in TJ.
Yeah.
You arrived in plane, right?
Yeah.
You get off, Uber, where do you go?
No, I had an Airbnb. I brought my bag. I brought my
alone.
My shin guards. No, with two friends.
Flavio and
Flavio was already here, so he
training in Entram.
No, he's just dude. He's just a dude. He's just a dude, but he lives here, and he picked us up from the airport. My two friends, they wanted to visit Tijuana as well, but they went back to Europe by the time, and I stayed here in TJ because I fell in love with Entram and the life and the opportunities that came with it.
So you came to Entram and said, "Yo, I'm a fighter."
Yeah.
What do we do?
I told him.
I was the first person that Victor
Greet
spoke
him.
to at Entram.
Hey, what's up?
I was just translating I was just telling him like, yeah, those are the times. Which is your weight class? Just come at this time and this time and this time.
He told me tomorrow it was on a Monday. He said, well, tomorrow the sparring at 11. So I jumped into the deep. Right next day I was sparring again.
Oh shit! Against who? Do you remember?
Michael.
Against Michael?
I don't remember. I think my first round, I had a round with Adrian. I did well, but after 2 rounds I gasped because I didn't train in fucking months.
Oh shit!
I didn't train it properly in like maybe even.
But they saw your striking though.
Yeah, they're like, and then
his size too, because he's a big guy.
Yeah.
And he's matching the dimensions that Michael, and so Raul just like, oh, this guy has like a physical of the guys Michael is matching, and they
Yeah.
just put them on together.
Errol was just straightforward. He said, "Okay." I said, "Well, how do you feel? You tired?" I said, "Yeah, I am. But give me a week." I said. He said, "You're gonna need more than a week." He said.
Oh shit.
He said, "But anyway, you've got jiu-jitsu at 5." That's what he told me.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
That coach, it's pretty much.
I was like, I was dying, right? It was like, "Okay, we got jiu-jitsu at 5." It's like, "Okay, coach." Like,
Fuck.
and that's
yeah.
when I knew, man. I just found a new home. You know.
And that's been 8 months.
That's been February, yeah. So you do the math. February.
Yeah, 8 months.
March, yeah.
That's awesome, Victor.
No, yeah, a bit more.
Febrero,
It's the
marzo,
ninth
abril,
month.
mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre. Yeah, 9th.
Yeah.
Nine months. 9.
Yeah, man. And so I'm here to stay. Man.
That's cool, man.
Hell yeah.
Plus, yeah, there's a lot of chances in here, like, and he's helping as well as the guys at the gym, because like a guy of his size can spar with a small. Well, he can, but he's not gonna get that much benefit if he's sparring with Michael.
Yeah.
He's huge. He's big guy as well. So
Michael's got to fight. You got to fight.
Yeah.
You got to fight. They all got fights. I got to fight against the world, against my fucking life. Shit. Every single fucking day. No,
No, I love it here. I love TJ, man. It's not the prettiest part of Mexico, but the people are super nice.
Yeah.
Not just the team. Like, people are generally nice. Of course, sometimes talking about the white privilege, I get treated like an ATM, you know. Like, I can't take a taxi cab in TJ. Like, I can't.
no, he can't.
Yo, so what's about the tip? What about the tip? Shit like that, or what do you mean?
No, they robbed me.
What do you mean they rob you?
They try to rob me, as in, if I take a taxi cab from Entram Gym to no sé como el Lacacho,
Yeah.
they're gonna charge me 300 pesos.
Oh, bitches.
Yeah.
Well, get an Uber.
Yeah, I get Ubers, but I'm just saying that white privilege also backfires.
Yes,
you know?
and here in TJ especially.
Yeah, bro.
And I know it, and I know it because I have my nephew is with a white girl,
Yeah.
and when they always come down here, they say, "I don't want to come down here. It costs me like $300 if the cops stop me."
Yeah.
Well, yo, just tell them you got
Same,
$20.
bro. I had to pay the police 500 pesos
Just
dos veces.
yeah, and 500 ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Ain't
Well,
that bad.
That's actually a very good discount.
Yeah, that ain't that bad. But it's 300. It's 300.
That was in Oaxaca.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Oh, how come that's a lot? That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's
For-
yeah, bro.
Honestly, but right here, like I said, I got 20, and dude, you're set. You know,
Yeah.
I got 20 or 15 or whatever. But okay, Victor, we got to fight. We know you're gonna fucking come out of it with your hands raised, because
100%.
yes, sir. And we love having you here in the Manolo podcast. I hope you bring him again, Santi.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks a lot
Next
for
time, more
bringing-
time, yeah.
And
Everyone's
yeah.
on errands, so I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. Santi's got something to do, and just your philosophy was that, right? Just fucking try anything new. Don't be afraid.
Just go for it.
Just
man.
go for it.
Just
That's
go
it.
for it. Don't be afraid to try new stuff, you know. And when they say the grass is always greener on the other side, yeah, well, it might be, but you don't know if you never went, you know. You got to find out yourself.
Exactly. And what I love most was that should be a phrase too. Like, paradise is sweet and pretty and all, but we belong in the jungle,
Yeah,
baby.
man, we belong in the jungle.
That was a sweet ass fucking philosophy, for real. 'Cause we belong in the jungle. The paradise is earned, it's not given, baby. You know? So fucking do what you gotta do if you want to be there. Muchas gracias, Víctor. Santi, ¿algo que quieras agregar, papá?
No, pues una vez más otro episodio del pod, pues me la pasé bien. Y nada, volver a entrenar el lunes porque hay que cumplir los deberes.
Vamos a verte en tu pelea también. Sabemos que vas a salir adelante con la mano arriba, padre. Y yo creo, yo voy a estar ahí definitivamente en México. Voy a volar a México a ver tu pelea, carnal. Algo que quieras decirles por último. Estás representando ahí con la camiseta de Brandon, muy chingona. Y alguna filosofía que quieras dejarle a tu gente.
No, pues pues nada,
que se lo laven, ¿no?
Ser responsable de lo que yo elijo lo que quiero hacer. Y tengo que tomar responsabilidad de lo que hago.
Hell yeah.
Eso puede aplicar para como lo quieran aplicar.
Take your responsibility, right? Take your responsibilities. Yeah, I think that's a that's something that makes you grow, honestly, because most of us is, I could have, but the bud is what fucks you up. There's no buts. If you fucked up and fucking earn and fucking live up to it, fucking face it, and it is what it is. I have a philosophy myself, Victor, that I like to end the show with, and it's a little complicated because it's confusing. Most of the time, somebody gets it right. Nadie le entiende, but I hope you fucking get it. I think you will. But it's a little something that ends like, do not misunderstand. Oh fuck. I forgot it. Do not underestimate how good it is for you to feel good. Did you get it?
Yeah, totally.
With that, we leave you. Thanks a lot. Fuck off. Que la. That's padre, eh?
Hey,